No one's ready to deal with us. What's up, everybody? How's it going out there? Thinker St. James here. A little bit early for the Contender series. Today, it is week 5. It is the halfway point of season 9. I am excited. And I just wanted to come on a little early just to say what's up to everybody. Beeb is here early, and he says Rick Allen has 2 dads. I mean, this is something that I have heard multiple times in this very chat. So I'm thinking the more times that you hear it, the more times it seeps into your brain and becomes the truth. So I'll take your word for it. He has diabetes as well. That's also unconfirmed, but, you know, that's a serious medical condition. Thoughts on Mike versus Mayweather? It's going to be boring. That's what I had thought about that. I saw it. I heard that was happening. Mike Tyson should not be fighting anymore. I mean, you know, any fight that he's in it's an exhibition, even if it's on his record. It's an exhibition fight. You know, that's what all of his fights from here on out are. He had that medical scare not too long ago as well when he had that ulcer recently. People forget about that Tyson had that ulcer right before the Jake Paul fight that made the fight have to get pushed back a number of months. So, I mean, I'm sure that Mike is, an ulcer is not like life-threatening or anything like that, but like he's getting older, and it's probably not great to have him getting hit in the head a whole bunch. But either way, he's not going to have to worry about that all that much with Floyd Mayweather, because Mayweather, of course, is an all-defense fighter. He doesn't get hit a lot. He moves a whole lot, and he picks his shots selectively. So basically what you're going to see is Mike swinging wildly, Floyd dancing around him, being fast, peppering him with a couple of shots here and there. Floyd will win the fight, and it will just be a boring, affair for however long it goes. Mike and Mayweather genuinely don't like each other. I hope Mike goes for the KO. See, bro, that's the thing, though. It's like, it's Lucy with the football, my man. How many times are we going to get suckered into these fights where it's like, everybody thought the same thing with Mike versus Jake Paul. I mean, not that they like legitimately hated each other or anything like that, but more like, it's Mike Tyson. It's the greatest boxer ever kind of thing. And he's going up against this, YouTube guy who he should be able to knock his head off. And everybody's like, man, it'd be great to finally see Jake Paul get knocked out because everybody hates him so much. And that did not happen. I mean, this is not going to happen here either. I guarantee you that Mike is probably at this point too old to actually knock out a fighter who's in fighting condition, I would say. I mean, power is the last thing to go, but you got to catch Floyd Mayweather, and there's no way that Mike is going to be fast enough to catch Floyd, even as Floyd gets older himself. So I don't see it, man. What I see is I think it's going to be slow. I think slow on Mike's side. It's going to be slow, and it's going to be a fight that is on paper supposed to be a lot better than it turns out to be in real life. Any luck on the dating apps? There's Rick Allen. Heard you had 2 dads. Yeah, I'm talking to a girl right now, but too early to see what it's going to be. But I have been trying to, try to fit some of that in to my regular schedule now, because my schedule is pretty busy. So, but yeah, hey, shout out to the homie Dave. Dave, what's good, brother? We got to get you a YouTube account so you can actually be in the chat. But I appreciate you checking in, bro. Miss you, my guy. I'm gonna have to come by and say hey to you at some point. We're gonna have to set up a day where I can come on down there, back to the old gig, and haunt the place a little bit. Say what's up to you and the other homies that I miss out there. So shout out to Dave. Appreciate you always. Jake was damn near a third of Mike's age. Yeah, I mean, that's the point too, though, is that like Floyd also not that, I mean, he's not, the age difference is closer, but like it's still, Floyd is just coming off of being in his close to prime. I mean, he might have been even fighting professionally after his prime just a little bit. But I mean, Floyd, is a dude who is going to continue to still have his speed, at least for, I'd say, a good, maybe 5-7 years more, if he keeps his conditioning up or whatever. Mike is an elderly man. Mike is gray. You saw how slow Mike moved in that fight. That was the craziest part to me about the Jake Paul fight with Mike Tyson, was how he looked on pads versus how he looked in the fight. But yeah, Floyd is not going to hurt Mike. He is going to dance around and point him from the outside. He's going to win the fight that way, and it's going to be very boring. I promise you this. I don't even know if I'm going to watch that one, to be perfectly honest. I'm done with these spectacle fights that don't add up to anything. Gilbert Gonzalez, what's up? How you doing, brother? Appreciate you checking in. What's going on, Gilbert Gonzalez? Was it a Bumble match or Hinge? It was Hinge, I think. I'm not putting too much stock into it, like I never put too much stock into any of those kinds of things. But I have been making a little bit more of an attempt to be active in my times when I'm not ridiculously busy. Yeah, we're going to get down with these Contender Series fights in about 40 minutes. What else is going on in the world of MMA outside of the dating apps? Well, I heard that Darren Till is looking for a fight, and he wants one against the Top G. Have you guys heard about this? You know that Darren Till is trying to fight Andrew Tate? Andrew Tate is not taking that fight. I hate to burst the bubble on that one. Andrew Tate is going to draw it out on social media for as long as he can, making all kinds of ridiculous demands and cashing in on a little bit of clout off of Darren Till, because Darren Till just got the good knockout over Luke Rockhold. But there is no way that Andrew Tate is fighting Darren Till, I would say. If it happens, I would be insanely surprised. Andrew Tate has not fought in like a decade. Like he might still be in decent shape. He might be somewhat conditioned, but I would think that ring rust is going to be a crazy, crazy thing for him. I just don't see it. It would be awesome, though. I think that Darren Till would knock the bloody head off of him. Oh, Rick. He's just joking, bro. Gotta lighten up. What else? I saw that Jean Silva was getting emotional when he saw his face on the posters for Noche. Noche's coming up this weekend. I don't know if you knew about that either. Top G by murder? You gotta be trolling, Toby. Come on. I think it was you in the Discord who said Darren Till would box the bloody head off of him, and that is absolutely true. Darren Till would send that bald head spinning around in multiple rotations like an owl. You'd have that thing wound up like a cartoon. You'd hit him one time and the head would just go. It would do it like a Looney Tunes cartoon where it went up and then went. They would reverse the animation. But I just thought that was wild that that's even like possibly going to happen. I don't think that it's going to, though. Like I said, I don't think it's going to happen. I think that Tate is going to flap his jaws for as long as he can. I got to imagine that Andrew Tate's like social cachet is starting to erode over time, right? I mean, there can't be that many people who are still signing up for his war room or whatever that thing was that he had. His get rich quick shit. It's not about getting rich quick. It's about changing the way that you think. Wow. Man, I need to get that course. I need to change the way that I think. I need to network with other people who would rather listen to Andrew Tate than, get a job or something like that. But I guess the idea of the course is to be able to equip you to get a job. But you know what also does that is school does that. So I don't know. I wonder how many top Gs have gone on to, like big prominent stature and high paying careers. But either way, regardless, I think that Tate, regardless of the fact that he has jumped roped and hopscotched his way around all of his legal troubles, it would seem. I don't know how the hell that happened. Romania had him in custody. They don't have him in custody. He flees the country. He's not extradited. I don't know what the hell's going on. There are no laws anymore, people. I think that that's just the big takeaway from all of this, is that Andrew Tate faces no punishment for any of the things that he did with human trafficking. Raja Jackson, how many days has it been now? A month? Been 30 days yet? Something like that, right? Close to that. It's got to be going on, 3-4 weeks that Raja Jackson has not been arrested? So do whatever you want, it would seem to me. We're just in a lawless time and a lawless society at this point. So maybe the real move is to join Andrew Tate's courses. I don't know. Maybe there's a get over in that you can, use to your advantage, make work for you. 4 weeks, yeah. I mean, for a month, right? I mean, something like that. It's got to be. I think it's 4 weeks this week. I think because it happened on Friday, so I think that this coming Friday will be 4 weeks. I believe. Either way, I mean, however long is it ever going to happen? When it comes to Raja, we don't know. But it's mind-boggling to me to think that you could nearly murder a person on camera in 4K high definition streaming on Twitch, or a Kick rather. Of course, it was definitely not on Twitch. But that you can do it on live stream and just walk away. Bros at home playing Xbox. Yeah, exactly. Raja got off with attempted murder in 4K. It's absurd. It's I'm telling you, dude. Well, again, man, like I said, Andrew Tate, no real punishment there. I guess he did a little time in jail in Romania, so whatever. You can say that that's something. That's how this conversation started. But you got Andrew Tate with his, freedom now, even though he's done some pretty horrid things from what I understand. You've got Raja Jackson, and then you got the big man at the top of the heap running this country, who is, writing love letters to the most notorious PDF file of all time. So make of that what you will. But as I said, we live in a lawless land. What is to stop any of us from going out and becoming the ills that we all find to be so repugnant? This is the question, right? I guess you have to have your own moral compass internally. And I try to keep one of those. Sometimes it goes, a little off north. But either way, I say all of that to say that Andrew Tate is probably not going to be fighting Darren Till. And Raja Jackson might not even get arrested, I wonder, has Psycho Stu said anything yet? Is he going to say anything, I wonder? I don't know. The only person that's been flapping their gums about the whole thing seems to be Rampage. Rampage just won't shut the fuck up. That guy has had a lot to say. I listened to his whole interview on Ariel Helwani, and I was thinking about doing a watch-along of that and commenting on that, but it's just very long, and I didn't want to have to chop it down and I don't know. I mean, I guess I could do it in video form and just go through and do it piece by piece or whatever, but I don't know. I just felt so sick of all of that. But suffice to say, Rampage is beyond delusional when it comes to some of this stuff. Some of this stuff he's actually pretty on point about, but it's very few and far between elements of it. And he's doing himself no favors by running his mouth. But all of that is completely secondary to the fact that Raja has not been arrested. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. But again, we live in a lawless land and lawless times. What else, though? Bring it back to something more positive. Again, we got Noche this weekend. Canelo Crawford. I heard that there was a rumor that Crawford might have a shoulder injury. I mean, he had surgery on his shoulder recently, but apparently the shoulder that had surgery might be acting up or something. I don't know. That could be trolling. I would suspect that it is. I also am not particularly interested in that fight. I will watch it. Be watching it this weekend after Noche. But don't care. To be perfectly honest. I mean, those are two of the best boxers in the world, and I've seen Crawford fight before, and it went to decision, and it bored me. Boxing is just pretty boring compared to MMA. So, same goes for Mike and Mayweather. That's going to be doubly boring because that's two guys way past their prime who are both not going to be taking it seriously, and it's going to be an exhibition fight even if it is pro. I don't know for sure if it is pro or not, but we know that now that Mike has lost to Jake Paul in a pro fight, he don't care about his record anymore, so he'll just lose however many they want him to lose as long as you keep throwing the money his way. They are selling custom luchador masks for Noche UFC. Chase Parton, very interested in a lucha mask. I am wearing my Owen Hart shirt today. RIP to the great Owen Hart. Good man. Unfortunate demise for him. Not, too interested in the pro wrestling thing as I used to be, but I still have affection for it in some vague way. And I can still recognize a great person, and Owen Hart was one of those people. So I memorialize him in this t-shirt and the Hart Foundation. What is it? It's the Owen Hart Foundation. Yeah. The proceeds of the shirt go to that. So I think that there's been some Dark Side of the Ring that I need to catch up on. I tapped out on Dark Side of the Cage. I guess I got to go try to watch the rest of that too. No one in the MMA community talking about Dark Side of the Cage when that came out. I watched the Kimbo Slice episode of it, and that was about it. Is the chick I matched with even in Florida? Yes. Yes, she's in Florida, Rick. She's 15 minutes up the road. Don't be jealous, Rick. How's your luck been lately? When was the last time you had a proper date, Rick? How are we doing on time? Got 28 minutes before the Contender series begins. I'm very excited about the Contender series. I looked over the names of these fighters. Nobody that stuck out to me, although I do believe that one person is making their return. Who was it? Teague, I think? Is he a huge underdog? Yeah, I think it is. I might be wrong about that, but I think that Teague is the dude that's coming back for a second go at the Contender series tonight. Hey, John Dong, how are you, sir? Not much luck lately? Well, keep on trying, brother. I have a friend who met his wife on Tinder, and they are perfect for each other. They are, in like a great committed relationship that is very strong. And what he told me was that, he was like swiping every day until, he finally found someone who actually was worth a damn. So keep at it. It's a numbers game. Did you make money on stocks today? Some of my stocks shot up. I haven't checked my stocks in a little while. How are my stocks doing? Terrible choice to invest in stocks in general. Plus, Bitcoin is down too. What happened to Bitcoin shooting through the moon forever? Yeah, Bitcoin back down to 111. But today, I made a little bit of money today, at least compared to yesterday. The line is generally moving in the right direction. But I've had these investments for quite some time and have made very, very little money on them. The S&P 500 just hit a record high. I don't know which S&P 500 ones I have. I think I have a straight S&P 500 investment in the ETF. But let's see. Where's my S&P 500? Oh, I think I can just search it. Where are you? Let's see. Oh, I can't. God damn it. Anyway. The emerging markets ETF is doing pretty good. But that's the... Oh, yeah, there we go. Yeah, today was a good day for S&P 500, it looks like. What was that based on? Why did it shoot up like that? That's why I'm so skeptical about using dating apps. You have to swipe so much, and it gets bad for your mental health and confidence. Well, I mean, what is it? Like, why is it bad for your confidence? Or for your mental health? Why? I mean, maybe there's like an underlying thing there. I never really think of it that way. I just do it passively, and I don't know. I guess it's like it depends on how much you tie it to, like, you know, like your happiness in general. I think I'll like if you guys are like really trying to meet like your soulmate kind of thing, then you might want to just not do the apps. Like, why don't you go to like fucking singles mixers and speed dating and go to like a matchmaker or something like that? Like, that's still a thing. There was a TV show on Netflix that I watched not too long ago that was like the Jewish matchmaking show. I didn't even watch it because I am Jewish. That had nothing to do with it, really. I just found it fascinating. It would have been, it's interesting to me when it's like a cultural specific matchmaking thing. Like, had it been any culture, I would have been kind of fascinated by it. I just sort of randomly stumbled upon it on Netflix when I was at my buddy's house. I started watching some episodes of it. I was like, it's kind of interesting. So I say that to say, if you guys are like in need of that, you know, if you feel like you're missing something in your lives, and you want to get to it quicker, then maybe you go to a professional, or maybe you try something like more like serious to try to like get the match, like with like a compatible match, like a more seriously compatible match. Like, go to like a match.com kind of thing, or something that, like, you know, go to a paid service, pay some money for it. If it's that important, if it's something that's supposed to be like for the rest of your life and you care that much, like, you know, you're asking the wrong person about these things with me, because I don't care the same way that it seems like you guys do. But either way. Bitcoin and any investment in general doesn't just linearly shoot up. Yes, I know, John. I'm just saying. It'll go up high. Yes, you know, expand and contract. I understand. But I want it to only go up. Line go up. If it's my money invested, line must go up. My rule of tip is that when the stock or crypto gets hype, it's a bad time to buy it. Yeah, that's definitely true. You still cold approach like a goddamn Chad? There you go. Because basically most guys don't get attention from females on dating apps, and then they start taking it personally. Well, you got to put that out of your mind. I think that maybe streaming helps me with that, and having been a performer for a lot of my life, I guess that like, you know, being in the creative field in general, you get rejection all the time. So I guess maybe I'm more conditioned for that kind of thing. But yeah, I mean, you just got to put that out of your mind. Like, you can't go into it like thinking that it's anything personal. Like, it's cold, like the same. So think about if that's your mentality, think about it like this, right? When you're swiping, let's say you're on Tinder, right? And like, you're going through and you look at a girl and you just like instantly swipe away. You're just like, nah, that's not for me. That, like, reverse the shoes. Like, it's just the exact same thing. You do it. They do it too. It's a human thing. It's not a personal thing. It has nothing to do with you. It's just what they want. It's, you know, like, I don't know, like, you know, think of every characteristic that you have. That could be the thing. It has nothing to do with who you are as a human being. It's just a bunch of superficiality. You know, some girls are into tall guys. Short kings clean up too. Vitz King is a fucking short king, and he's always consistently had great luck with women. Some girls don't like bald guys. Some girls don't like brown eyes. You know what I mean? Like, you know, black hair, fucking whatever. There's a million different variables with it. But you're the same way is what I'm trying to get at with that. Like, you have the things that you like. They have the things that they like. They have the things that attract them. So do you. So it's just, you just kind of have to just roll with it, man. Like, never, like, let it affect you. And also, if like you have a negative self-perception anyway, take the steps to improve that as well. Get yourself in the gym, and those kinds of things. Like, there's always ways to fix those sort of things. Nothing is so, I mean, for the majority of people, I would say that maybe people with like physical abnormalities or birth defects, people with mental conditions, there's a couple of things that maybe is like, yeah, that's unfortunate, and it might be a little bit more of a hump to get over when it comes to relationships. But on the whole, if you are, born with 10 fingers, 10 toes, no ridiculously over the top, dramatic, noticeable things about your appearance that would be instantly off-putting, like, if you're somewhat average in your appearance, then there are always things that you can improve, and there's always going to be somebody who you can attract in the big picture. And also, the other thing too is that, like, maybe your standards might be a little too high sometimes, like, if you are that hard up, then maybe you give a chance to a girl that you wouldn't otherwise have been attracted to. Like, yeah, maybe she's not my type, but maybe she's cool. These are the things. Just saying. Again, if it's that important to you, because it comes up in the chat every goddamn time that I come on, and I'm like, Jesus, guys, fucking help yourselves a little bit over here. Like, don't, sitting and complaining about it is not going to help. Take some action. Ronda is coming back to fight on the White House card, rumors say. Nah, she debunked all of that, which is definitely good that she did that, for fuck's sake. Ronda does not need to be fighting anymore either. Ronda's debunking of it was pretty funny, though, because from what I've seen, that, yeah, there was that rumor that she was going to come back, but then she came out and said, no, I'm not doing it. And then her reasoning for it was, I've got better things to do. Yeah, okay, Ronda. It's not that you don't want to get your ass kicked in front of the entire nation. Ronda is so... The sport has lapped Ronda. Like, the sport had already lapped Ronda by the time that she had her last 2 fights. Who headlines the White House? I mean, good question. Possibly still John. Possibly still John Jones. I hate to say it, but something tells me that Dana's going to cave. John did just recently come out himself and say that he's not retired. He's back in the testing pool. He's training 5 days a week. Fucking yada yada. I just scream at the top of my fucking lungs, go the fuck away. But he won't leave. And, I would think that maybe Dana finally has been scorned by him so much that he won't give him the shot. But he's Captain America. Whether he is or is not the greatest fighter of all time is up to you to decide, but he has the mystique in the aura of it. He has the legacy that he has carefully crafted over time. I think that it's probably going to be John, and yeah, maybe. If not, probably Conor and Chandler, I would think, is the other one. Captain America versus Conor McGregor makes sense too. Although it's like, my thing with the White House card is, does Dana want the big names, or does he want fights that are actually going to make the sport look good and entertain the people? Because if you really want the fucking White House card to be good, you put Esteban Ribovics in the main event. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Like it's like you don't put washed up John Jones and washed up Conor in the main event. Now you can say, oh, John's not washed up, blah blah blah. John is washed up. John is washed up. John made himself washed up by how he conducted himself. Whether or not he can still win a fight is besides the point. I'm spitting facts here, people. Let me cook. John versus Francis would be wild and would sell even with no title. Yeah, there's probably not going to be a title on the line for the White House card, I would think. I mean, there might be. They might throw some title fights on there to spice it up as far as that goes, but they want prestige fights. They want name fights, I would think. Again, like, if it depends on if they want to make the sport look good and make the organization look good, or if they just want to like have people that the average person knows. Because that's the problem with MMA on the scale that they're trying to do it at the White House. People know Conor, Ronda. That's why these names are coming up. They know Brock Lesnar, maybe. God forbid that fucking guy ever comes back, but they brought him back to WWE. So again, no laws, no rules anymore. But, these are the people that they know. They know John Jones, maybe Sean O'Malley might fight at the White House. He has a decent little fan base. But who has transcended the sport besides the people that I just named? In the United States specifically. Israel Adesanya, not in the States, not like that. Not like that. I mean, yeah, maybe. Pereira, maybe. These are all big stars of the sport, but are they stars, period? Are they outside of the sport? Are they known by your fucking uncle? You know what I'm saying? If you go down to the supermarket and you pull somebody aside and say, hey, do you know who Alex Pereira is? Do they say yes? So it depends on what the organization actually wants to do. Entertainment value versus name value. Because like I said, I think Esteban Ribovics in the main event would probably be what you really want if you want the fights to be good. What's up, Savage? How you doing, brother? If Ronda tries coming back, I'm head kicking her. Hey, yo, for real. Stay away. How it goes, Fulio? Did I miss it? No, you didn't miss anything, brother. We're just chilling. We're just hanging out. I came on a little early just to chat with the lads about dating apps, as is a common reoccurring theme in the chat. Talked a little bit about the Floyd Mayweather and Mike Tyson fight. So I don't know if you have any opinion about that. I said that it's going to be very boring. I think we had talked about that on stream. We talked about that on the last watch along. I think we talked about that on Saturday. But yeah, we talked about that a little bit. Talked a little bit about Noche. Talked a little bit about the Crawford fight. No more vaping. Beeb, I'm going to vape. You cannot take this from me. I have given up so much in life, brother. Please let me have this. From my cold, dead hands. But I have been cutting back. Like I said, I've been cutting back off stream. In fact, I try to cut back as much as I can off stream so that when I'm on stream, I can enjoy myself. I have my vape. Sometimes I'll even have a Red Bull. Decided not to have one tonight, but didn't really need one. But yeah, I am going to vape. It's going to happen, brother. Like I said, I have should see some, like I'm glad that they're gone now, but you should have seen some of the earliest streams that I ever did. I was drinking a lot back then. I used to drink Natty Light on stream and just beer after beer after beer. So comparing then to now, I made some pretty significant life changes, and this is the last thing that I have. I feel like that fight is going to be a disaster. No, it's not going to be a disaster. It's going to be fine. It's just going to be very boring, and like it's going to be underwhelming and under-delivering is what it's going to be. It's going to have everyone say, "Why did I pay money for this?" Which is what they said about the Jake Paul fight, which they say about all these boxing matches. Anytime that Jake Paul has fought, maybe with the exception of the Tommy Fury fight, everyone said, "Why did we pay for this?" Exactly. Let the man vape. It's all he has. Exactly. Please. I'm only human. Any updates on the Yama online store? Beeb, I appreciate the interest, my man. The update I will say, and this is self-imposed, but I do think that it's the right thing to do. I want to wait until we have 1,000 subs on the channel because I feel a little bit, I don't know. I just have a weird feeling about like launching something like that before I have like more of like a sub base. I don't know. Maybe I'm off base with like saying that, but how about that? There you go. There's your incentive. 1,000 subs, we'll have the Patreon and the store up. That's a promise. There you go. Announced right here on the watch along. We need to get Yama to 1,000 subs. I've been doing this channel for too long to be middling in the 600s. Granted, that is a great improvement. I am grateful for every single subscriber that I have on this channel, and don't get it twisted on that one. I appreciate every one of you guys. But it's time to let the floodgates open. It is time to burst this dam. Burst this dam on the yams. 370-ish to go. Exactly. A mere pittance. That's rookie numbers. We should be able to put that up no problem. So, tell your friends. But either way, I do appreciate your interest in the store, and we will be making that happen. I have a couple of ideas in mind. I have one shirt design that I already have made. I had a shirt design that got made when the Yama logo got made by my dude Nick. Shout out to Nico War. That dude is super talented, great guy. He did the Yama logo, and he also did a graphic for a t-shirt design. And trust me when I tell you that this design is fucking fire. Like, I've been wanting to unleash this design on the world forever, but I've been waiting for the merch. So this is going to be a merch exclusive design. So we're going to have that. We're definitely going to have logo tees out the ass. They're going to be a couple of different versions of the logo. I want to do a big print of the Yamrana on the front. I want to do like a small one, maybe even do like the little pocket size one. Yeah, trust, dude. I take merch seriously because, one thing I don't know if you've ever noticed, maybe, I don't know how much it comes through on stream, but you might know I have a very large and extensive t-shirt collection. I take t-shirts very seriously. I own probably about 200 of them. I don't wear every single one all the time because I'm trying to preserve the quality of some of them, but I have a large t-shirt collection. I say that to say, I would not put out a piece of merchandise that I would not wear. What color shirts will you print? Well, what I'm thinking about doing is probably going to be a print-on-demand system where you'll be able to choose your own color. That's what I'm thinking. I'm possibly thinking, I got a couple of different outlets. In fact, shout out to my very good friends Hup Challenge. Fantastic Twitch channel. Go and subscribe on Twitch to Hup Challenge, twitch.tv/Hup Challenge, H-U-P. But Hup Challenge put me on to how they were doing their merch because I had asked Hup Challenge, I was like, how are you, like this, one of the shirts that I have from Hup Challenge is like one of the most comfortable shirts that I own. And I rock that thing all the time. I usually wear it to the gym now more than anything just because it's comfortable and it doesn't like chafe if I'm like running or whatever. So like, it's just very nice and breathable and comfortable. It's like a jersey material. And so she put me on, Beck from Hup Challenge put me on to who she was using. So I'm thinking about that. And it's one of those things where you can go through, you select the design that you want, and then you can choose like from a number of different color options. I think. We'll see though. No, I can't guarantee that just yet. I got to figure out all the ins and outs of getting it all printed up, but I definitely don't want to be dealing with fulfillment and that kind of shit. So I'm probably going to have it done print on demand. But the designs will be dope. I cannot tell you how serious I am about that. I am deadly serious about that. I would never put out some bullshit because I've seen it before. From other YouTubers who like, it's like you get a YouTube following or you get like a content creation of any type. You get a following and people start wanting to rep, and then it's like, I appreciate that so much, but then they just put out some garbage and it's like, how would you expect somebody to rep you that way? Like, it's not even about making someone wear something that's whack. That sucks. That in and of itself sucks. But from my standpoint, from the creator standpoint, how could you have that reflecting not only on you, but on your fans? Some bullshit. Not going to happen around here. Definitely not going to happen around here. Vitz and James cartoon sitting on the couch watching UFC. Oh, man. All right. I'm going to tell Vitz King about that. I'm going to tell him about that. That might be happening. I like that. I also was going to commission Nico to do a back when I used to have the fro. I was there. I had like a still shot of me from one of the old Yama episodes where I'm yelling, and like I kind of look like really intense, and like my mouth is like wide, like I'm yelling really loud, like ah, one of those kinds of looks. And I was gonna have him do like an illustration of that and like kind of a cool design, and maybe like have the fro on fire or something like that. These are all brainstormy things that were just in the back of my mind, but I like that. I like the cartoon sitting on the couch idea. That's kind of cool. That's kind of neat. Also, another thing that I'm very, very adamant about: no AI. Nothing that you get from the Yama shop will be AI. We're gonna have mugs like this. I mean, not this specifically. This is from the hospital. But we're going to have mugs of this size with the Yamrana on it as well. That's something that I'm looking into. And it's all going to be designed by actual artists who are getting paid actual money to make those designs. No AI. So trust. But none of this can happen until we reach 1,000 subscribers. So get out there and pound that pavement. Tell your friends. Tell your sister, your mama, your uncle, your auntie. Doesn't even matter if they like MMA. A sub is a sub and it helps. Know that I appreciate it. Know that I very much appreciate it. More than anything, really. This is my favorite thing to do. We got 5 minutes until the Contender series starts, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm going to refresh this page, and it's still not going to be active, but I just want to make sure that I'm on top of this. T-minus 4 minutes and counting now. Beeb, appreciate you always. Was curious how your gig is going. And also, if you are still moving. I remember a while back you had said that you were going to be moving states, and then I never heard anything about it. So I was curious if that was still happening. Also, for anybody else who is not already there, boom. Just making sure that the fucking chat command actually works, but the Discord is there for you. If you want to keep up with your boy while I am not actually on stream, active in the Discord. Post music recommendations all the time. In fact, Dave, if you are still in the chat right now, if you're still watching out there, click that link and join the damn Discord. Miss you, and you'd be getting all the real-time MMA updates that we get. But other than that, yeah, I mean, I think that that's about it before this thing starts. Thank you to everybody who got here early. Appreciate all you guys. Beeb, Savage, John Dong, Rick Allen, the homies, the OGs, the day ones, the ride or dies. Appreciate all you guys. We're getting there too, though. We are definitely getting there. People have been liking the movie reviews. So I guess that's what I'll leave you with before we actually start the Contender Series stream. The portion of it that is actually the show is, I will say, I am doing my last full watch of the Bruised movie tonight. So if you have not seen the film Bruised, starring and directed by Halle Berry, get your watches going so that you can be caught up when Chase and I review this thing, because here's a little inside baseball for you. Before the podcast last night, Chase and I always get together a little bit early just to chat and, make sure that we know what we're doing. And we started talking about the Bruised movie just a little bit. And we had to stop ourselves because we knew that if we got into the conversation, we would just be having the conversation that we should be having on stream, off stream. So we were like, we got to stop. We got to put a pin in this. But trust, we were both biting to talk about this thing, because this movie, there really is not. I mean, like, I don't want to say that there's not much like this movie, because there definitely is. But it's just a okay. Anyway, see, I'm doing it again. I want to start talking about it so bad. Trust that the review is going to be entertaining. Trust that. Also, the other thing is that the Smashing Machine film comes out the beginning of next month, and I will be watching that on opening night. So I will be doing an instant review kind of thing. I'll just do like a little, maybe like a short or something like that, just to get my initial thoughts out real quick, and then Chase and I will be reviewing that as well. But in the meantime, before the Smashing Machine movie, go and watch Bruised. All 2+ hours of it. It is a whole lot of movie. But yeah, watch Bruised, and we will be reviewing it We're going to be reviewing it this week, actually. I'm hoping that maybe we're going to do that on Thursday night. Am I the only one that thinks Tom versus Gon is whack, or am I tripping? No, I think it's whack too, but who else is it going to be? Who else is it going to be at heavyweight? It should be Volkov. Gon fucking got a gifted victory over Volkov. But Tom has already beat Volkov, right? Am I wrong? Or maybe they have not fought. Maybe that's the ones that haven't fought. But Volkov should be the one getting that shot after Cyril Gane got one of the worst, most gifted victories. Even he knew he lost that fight. No, that fight is whack. But again, who else at heavyweight? Derek Lewis? Derek Lewis at the White House? I've heard the rumors. That actually might happen. Derek Lewis is friends with the president. It's a ridiculous thing to be able to say. Tom beat Volkov by sub. There you go. Hey, Hydra. How you doing, brother? Hydra, the day 2 ride or die. All right, we got feed. Let me get the timer going here in a moment. Once we got a good sync point for you. Headphones on. We're seeing the intro right now. Lewis on the main card opener would be good. I'm with it. All right, after the intro will be your sync point because we're too far into the intro now. I'd rather see Derek versus Tom over Tom versus Gon. Really? I don't know. I mean, bro, it seems like they're giving title shots to, like, they're really going heavy on, like, the popular aspect lately because why is Mackenzie Dern getting a title shot? Riddle me this, Batman. 3-2 in her last 5? All right, Dana White yelling is your sync point. The beginning of the title card graphic there. Just before the shot of the Eiffel Tower in downtown Las Vegas, Nevada. Not Nevada, Nevada. Derek versus Tom is a hydrogen bomb versus a coughing baby. Who's the coughing baby? All right, Contender Series is underway. Week 5. We're halfway through the Contender Series right now. Dern gets a title shot for making weight even with all that cake. Facts. That's facts. Derek is the coughing baby? Why would he be a coughing baby, though? Why is he coughing? Get Derek Lewis some baby lozenges. Baby Derek. Nurse that man. 5 weeks already, Beeb. I know. Isn't that crazy? Time flies, bro. Michael Chiesa on the broadcast with the lovely Contender Series queen, Laura Sanko. Not wearing that lipstick that I like today, though. Why are they talking so much? We don't have a fight coming up? Did we get a fight drop out? They haven't said anything yet. Maybe they're just doing an intro that they always do, and I'm just being over anxious because I want to see some fights. I'm excited. Hydrogen bomb versus a coughing baby is a meme? I've never heard of that one before. Hydrogen bomb versus coughing baby? How is there a meme that I don't know about? I'm usually so keyed into meme culture. Hydrogen bomb versus coughing baby. Let's see here. Know your meme. Okay, here we go. While we're waiting for this thing to start. Is this another card of minus 1,000 favorites, or has Dana moved on from week 1? In the featured fight, main event, whatever, featured fight, it's pretty close odds. So hopefully that one's going to be somewhat competitive. Other than that, I could not tell you. Again, I do not do any research on the Contender series. I watch purely as a fan. But we don't have. Oh, we do have odds on this. So the odds are pretty close on this one too. Minus 190 versus plus 160. Chanel Dyer, the favorite, versus Carol Foro. Always remember the Yama mantra when it comes to the Contender series, though, people. I've been thinking about putting this on a shirt for the Yama store. Short money, straight bets, all dogs. Oh yeah, the shaggy-haired guy. Yeah, it is him. It is that dude that I was talking about. This guy, Cam Teague. He's coming back for a second go. I don't know if there are any other ones though that are crazy favorites or not, but there might be. Actually, I think that there is one. I think there is one that's actually, it might be this. It might be that fight. It might be the dude who's having a second shot. I think he might be a big underdog. But let's see what the line says at the bottom of the screen there. Or you can just listen to Yanni the Greek and go directly against whatever he says as far as who you should pick. Favorites wise, though, yeah, there you go. Oh, yeah. Teague Douglas is a minus 700 there. So there's your big favorite. But again, the dogs can come through. There's always money to be made on the dogs of the Contender series. Scratch that. There's sometimes money to be made. We are getting a lot more lead up than we normally do, though. I feel, anyway. Am I wrong about that? Don't they normally just go straight to fight? Lurian Douglas. Lurian. Felipe Franco and Freddie Vidal are undefeated. Both of them are undefeated. The O's got to go today for one of those people. Dyer is from England. Whole lot of Brazil, whole lot of America, and one fighter from England, and that is Chanel Dyer. Bro, what is taking so long for them to get to fights? They don't normally do this much lead up. Am I wrong? I feel like they generally get to the fights a lot quicker than this. Who is this additional betting person? Nick Kalikis. Hate that jacket. All right. Ladies incoming. Can we get a finish in the ladies' fight to start this card off? That's the question. That is the question. I will be very happy if this fight ends in a finish for one of these ladies. Someone's getting demoted today for sure. Yeah. I mean, somebody's definitely going back to their fry cooker position, you know? I mean, that's a mean thing to say. All these guys are chasing their dreams. Respect the fighters. Respect to everybody who makes the walk. This girl sounds a little bit like one of the characters in the Bruised movie with this accent. Oh, Jesus. One of her coaches got stabbed and passed away? Jesus, man. It's what they try to like sell you on, that England is so much safer because they don't have guns over there. Like, these motherfuckers aren't out here stabbing each other left and right. They get pokey out there in England. Well, I mean, this is certainly a compelling story. She seems like a nice young lady. Let's hope she can win. She has a whole lot of Muay Thai accolades. Whole lot of hardware around the neck there. God damn, what the fuck? Is that all her? No way. Bro, did you see that picture of her? That could not have all just been her. Those could not have all been from her wins. Maybe that was the gym. If that was all her, this chick is ridiculously accomplished in Muay Thai. And you know how your boy loves a Muay Thai fight. England got those zombie pokers? Yup. Fuck yeah, dude. They roll around out there with the pokey pokes. This chick is talking about how she screwed up in her first 2 fights. So you've got a highly decorated Muay Thai professional over here versus this chick that missed weight and didn't take her first 2 fights seriously. Let's go, England. Come on, people. I want to rally. This chick's story sucks compared to Dyer. Chanel Dyer just talked about how her coach got stabbed and murdered, and this chick is talking about how she needed to get a nutritionist. Top 5 just got poked in the throat? Yikes, bro. I think I heard about that. Top 5 is a rapper over there, right? Yeah, I think I heard about that. I also heard that there was some rapper that they just found a corpse in his trunk. It was a guy that I'd never heard of. You know, there's a lot of like these newer rappers that I don't know about anymore. I'm aging out. Also, I don't think a lot of them have bars like that, so nothing that I have to go out of my way to listen to. But I do know a lot of these drilling rappers, these fucking drill heads over here are definitely way too about that life. So I stay away from it for that reason as well. It's like, you know what? You guys go and have fun legitimately murdering each other. Murder used to be an event in the hip-hop community. Damn. Oh, crazy to be able to say that. But again, we live in a lawless time. All right. I am going for Chanel Dyer on this fight. I want her to win. She's a Muay Thai fighter. She's got a good story. Called Murder Music for a reason. No shit. Absolute facts. I've seen my fair share of Trap Lore Ross videos. James being hella out of pocket? What? I'm saying I stay out of that shit. Keep these hands clean, bro. Murder used to be an event. Yeah, no, I mean, it's true, though. It's true. When Biggie and Pac got killed, it was like a fucking... That was like crazy shit. That was some shit that was like insane. That would get escalated to that level back then. Now, like, it feels like nowadays, like, you don't even want to get into certain rappers because you don't know how long they're going to last. And I mean, like, I'm not even trying to be funny. It's sad. It's a really sad thing. Like, that's legitimately sad to me. Like, these dudes are such gangsters that they're, like, legitimately dying and killing each other over nothing. And, like, sometimes they make banger tracks, but, like, how can you really, like, count on them? You know? Like, you better like the albums that they did drop. Used to be rappers playing thugs, now thugs are playing rapper. I mean, rappers were always thugs, but, like, they just knew that, like, once you start getting into the rap life, that, like, maybe you leave the thugging behind a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, you can still be a gangster, but you, like, have to navigate more intelligently. You know who the greatest version of that is actually MC Hammer. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, do your research. MC Hammer was a legitimate gangster. That dude had respect in the hood. That dude was a guy that you didn't want to fuck with. He took care of his hood too. That's how he ended up losing his money. He gave a lot of his money away kind of that was kind of dumb. But my point is that MC Hammer, once he started getting a little bit of success, can't touch this, blah, 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 he stopped the thugging. He let his boys do the thugging for him. Well, yeah, he did go broke badly, but that was mostly because of mismanagement of money. That was not because he was, you know, like incarcerated, that kind of stuff. Or dead. more to the point of this conversation. Now you blow up at 16 living in the hood with your parents so you don't change your life. Yeah, I guess that there's some validation to that, some validity there. Also just the fact that like the fans glorify it. You know, a lot of fans want that realness in the rap, and I'm just like, I've never been about that. All right. Violent rap aside, Chanel Dyer versus Foro over here. What's her first name? Carol Foro. Chanel Dyer, Carol Foro. Underway. Yeah, Dyer definitely. You can tell that she's Muay Thai. She's already trying to do the front teep. But Foro, she's throwing pretty decently early. Not crazy power, but her movement is nice. She's sticking and moving. Oof, nice heavy leg kick. There you go. That's that Muay Thai. Women's MMA should be banned. No response. I mean, if we see a fucking finish right here, then you should eat those words. Oof, yeah, you can see the Muay Thai coming out in those low kicks. Dyer is eating up that lead leg early. Oof, nice left hand for Foro. Dyer's starting to move a little bit better now. She was keeping that heavy Muay Thai base, not really moving so effectively, but starting to pick it up a little bit now. Michael, what's good, brother? You don't have ESPN loaded up? We have any Betchkohea bottoms going on right now? Not necessarily. Right now we've got two ladies who are actually kind of duking it out. This is not bad so far. Oh, and Dyer goes for a takedown. Didn't expect that from a... Oh, Foro drops her. There you go. Have you been to Europe at all yet, homie? I was in Europe when I was very young. I don't remember it. But yeah, Foro dropped Dyer, but she's back to her feet now. But yeah, Foro. Dyer's got to be careful now because she is... Oh, dropped again. Damn. Yo, Foro has dropped Dyer twice now. Yeah, you really need to level change now. Oof, nice knee from Foro. Foro with the power. Come on, Dyer. Come on, Dyer. Get back in this thing. Ooh, jeez, you got to protect your fucking chin, though. How is she a Muay Thai specialist and she's letting herself get cracked like this? I guess Muay Thai, you are kind of used to getting dropped, though, right? But if this was Muay Thai, then one more drop and she would be done. It kind of doesn't count? Okay, then I haven't been to Europe. Oh, jeez, yo. Dyer is bleeding like crazy right now, and she just got stung again. Oh, my God. Dyer's getting rocked over here, bro. Come on, you're a Muay Thai fighter with a million accolades. How are you not able to take these strikes? She is all kinds of bloody right now. Oh, there you go. WMMA without betch booties should be banned, but we all deal with what we got. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we're really not seeing too much in that regard from either of these ladies. Yeah. Sorry, brother. I was trying to be like, yeah, well, maybe 4-0 a little bit. Nah, not really, though. But, Michael, like we were talking about earlier, you do have Mackenzie Dern in a title shot coming up here, so you'll have something to look forward to. And behind. Hi-oh. But when it comes to Bechkahea, you always have to remember that, like, that face comes attached, you know? I'm amazed that Dyer is still in this fight. Ariane Lipsky should be a ring girl, not a fighter. There might be some validity to that. That might be an okay take. What about Kayla Harrison? Think she should be a ring girl? There you go. Nice teep for Dyer. Again, the fact that she is still in this fight is crazy. But yeah, Foro might be slowing down just a little bit. Ooh, another nice teep. Front, really more of a front push kick. Oof. Foro going for a jump knee. She might be throwing a little bit too much too soon over here. She might want to pace herself a little bit. But damn, that was a crazy round for Foro. Foro dropped her 2 times and stung her a 3rd time. 100% watching Frankie Edgar in BKFC. He might die in the ring if he gets slept bad enough. Yo, Beeb, that's a good point. I probably should watch that one too. In fact, I was actually, I've been trying to keep up with the BKFC schedule a little bit better because I know that people want to watch it, and I would do some watch-alongs for it, and it turns out that there is a BKFC on Friday. So depending on what day we end up doing the review of Bruised, I might do the BKFC card. So keep your eyes open for that as well. Yeah, that's a decent cut that Dyer has on her head now. That's a pretty good cut. A little gaper there. I may forever have a mental picture of Kayla holding up round signs now. I mean, where's Savage at? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there you go. Savage already chimed in. Hell yeah, Kayla would make a great ring girl. Different strokes for different folks. You feel me? BKFC making moves? Well, if they actually broadcast their events. All right, round 2 is underway. Kayla Harrison's not feminine at all. Obviously not ring girl material. I mean, what's to say that a non-feminine woman couldn't be a ring girl? What are you trying to say, Rick? Equal opportunity ring round announcements. All right. There you go. That was a good land for Dyer. Teeps are pretty strong. She's putting a lot of power on those teeps. She keeps doing that like leap off of her back foot into the teep. In fact, if Foro was on her game, she might be able to time it to get a takedown off of one of those teeps. Like once she sees that back foot start to come up, you know the front foot is moving too. Or actually, I guess it's the front foot that comes up first. But still, you see that front foot go past the knee line. Oof, nice knee for Dyer. Dyer's still in this fight, man. She's just keeping a lot of distance now because she knows that she's down around for sure. Might even be possibly a 10-8 with 2 drops. But I wouldn't say so. Tomboy ring girls immediately. Exactly. Come on, people. Virna Janjadova for ring girl. Cynthia Calvillo just retired. Maybe she can become a ring girl. Thought you were Canadian, Rick Allen. Certainly not very equal opportunity of you. Nice low kick for Dyer. Foro is definitely fading though. She's certainly slowed down a significant amount. Yeah, Dan Helly just said that. Foro's starting to slow down. Dumbass takes. That's right, Rick. You have the best takes. Your takes are always top notch. Surprised you're not the Andrew Tate fan, as you are such a top G. Oof. Hey, Dyer slipping. But this is Dyer's time to shine here. She needs to win both these rounds or finish this fight. Oh, dropped again. Good Lord. Yo, this is where Muay Thai really does come in handy because, man, she is getting dropped and she is getting back to her feet almost immediately. But how much more can she take, for fuck's sake? This is not Muay Thai. You're not going to get saved by 3 knockdowns. Dyer tying her up on the cage now, clinching, probably smart to regain her wits. But, man, she has now been dropped in both rounds. This is really not good for her. She's definitely shown that she's tough, though. Oof. That was a heavy shot for Dyer. Foro just seems to have a better chin, or Dyer just doesn't have much power in her hands, which, again, I cannot imagine if she is a Muay Thai champion with as many medals as she has in that picture. Foro got some swelling around the eye there. All right. Dyer getting the leg, trying to go for a takedown. Very interesting that this Muay Thai fighter is trying to go for takedowns like this. But I think that she just does not want to get punched anymore. Hey, what are you doing? God damn it. It's like he waits until I'm on stream now. All right, round 2 coming to an end here. All right, so what's going on here? How would an Imavov versus Strickland rematch go, and how would Imavov versus 2022 middleweight Pereira go? Shit. I mean, Imavov versus Strickland now? I mean, I gotta believe... Yeah, Yamikat's a star. Good Lord, he just never stops. I gotta believe that Imavov wins that fight. I would think that Pereira beats Imavov, though. Because that would just be sniper versus sniper, and I think that Pereira is the better of the 2 snipers. Definitely more powerful. The fact that Imavov wasn't able to finish Kaio was kind of surprising, the way that fight went down. But, yeah, I think Imavov would definitely beat Strickland at this phase of the game. In fact, I would think that the Imavov versus Strickland fight would be similar to the Kaio fight. Maybe less kicking on Strickland's side, but it would be, you know, him shelling up, trying to point from the outside. Not from the outside. He'd go into the pocket, but like trying to point and, you know, land some heavy overhands and that kind of stuff. And Imavov would just do the fast shuffle in and out, get his shots, and get the hell out of the way. Cynthia got some plastic surgery done. Did she really? She looked so cute before, over with now. Damn, dude, I didn't realize that, Michael. Shit. The picture that they had on MMA Fighting when I found out that she retired didn't look like she had changed any. Bro, you need to chill, my guy. This little guy is all over the place making noise. Say hello to the people while you're here, bud. Say hello. Hello. Dyer's all fucked up? Yeah, definitely, dude. Yeah, Dyer's... I mean, she got dropped 3 times in this fight so far. But she is still in it, though. I mean, Dana's definitely going to be talking about the toughness. Oh, now she's starting to turn up. And that cut above her eye is massive right now. Imagine the odds for over 2.5 knockdowns. Yeah, for real, bro. Yo, good point. Good point. Somebody is making a ridiculous bag off of that. That's the person that just bets on every single thing that you can. Yeah, this is a good fight. Absolutely it is. They are going at it. Yeah, Yamacat got his cameo for the day. Hot take, I think MVP would beat middleweight Pereira. Damn, that is a hot take. I don't know. I understand why you say that, though. Ooh, yeah, Dyer with those two head kicks. Very nice. But yeah, Dyer needs a finish real bad. You got to dig deep. Put all the power in your shots right now. Go straight Muay Thai right now. Hang out in the pocket. Throw some elbows. I mean, Foro is still, like I was saying, that she slowed down, and she certainly has over the course of the fight, but she is moving decently for this phase of the fight. For round 3 and halfway through round 3, she is still pretty light on her feet. There you go. Nice combo for Dyer. Kick to the body. But yeah, Dyer needs to keep up all of what she's doing right now and put every single ounce of energy she has into her shots at this point. Foro keeps mixing up her shots nicely too, going to the body. Yeah, this really is a good fight, man. Hell yeah. Love the Contender series. Great way to start this thing. Now all we need is one of these ladies to finish. Something I'm sure that many men say. She got some face work and a boob job? Cynthia Calvillo did? Jeez. If I can spot that dude's third nip over the weekend, trust me on this one. Bro, absolutely. Most definitely. The third nip, I mean, it don't take a rocket scientist to be able to spot that one. It doesn't take a master detective, but I still ride with you on that though. I definitely believe you. Maybe that's why she quit fighting. She didn't want to get her new face fucked up. Her new nose. Get punched in the face a whole bunch. I would think that would screw with your plastic surgery. I don't know why people get work on their face. Same. I see so many women walking around looking like straight up aliens. That's what happens when you go overboard with the surgery. You just end up looking like an otherworldly creature. All right, man, jump knees for Dyer at the end here. She should have been going to those jump knees earlier in this fight. All right. Yeah, that was a great fight. That really was a good fight. No finish, but aside from that, that was really good. Shout out to both of these ladies. Two tough customers. It looks horrible and even worse as the person ages. Yeah, absolutely. That's 10,000% facts. Miesha Tate got a new nose? What? When did that happen? When did that happen? That Miesha got a new nose? Miesha Tate 2025. Hold on a second here. Hold on a second here, because Miesha's my girl. Let me see here. Let me see the comparison. They do have a side-by-side. Nose looks about the same. At least in the picture that I'm seeing. I mean, maybe. I wish that it would take me to the page that I'm trying to go to. I mean, let me zoom in here. I don't know, bro. Her nose looks pretty similar. Her nose looks pretty well the same. I always try to do this and it never works, but like I got it on here. Yeah, you can't really see it. Damn it. Sucks. Anyway, I have a it's on social media, so I can't really like bring it up on screen over here. But the side by side, like her nose looks pretty similar to me. Just looks like she got punched in the nose a whole bunch over the years. All right, Carol Foro gets the nod on this fight. She deserved it, but Chanel Dyer, definitely a tough customer. She'll probably be in the UFC at some point. Plastic surgery really fucks up women's faces. That, again, is fact. I'm telling you, they look like aliens. They look like creatures from another world. And in fact, it's even worse because, like, it would be one thing if you got so much plastic surgery that you just didn't look human anymore. But what they end up looking like is some weird uncanny valley situation. You know what I mean? Like, they look just close enough to human, but not really human anymore. And that's very, very off-putting. Yeah, I am not a fan of plastic surgery as well. There was that meme a number of years ago. Y'all remember that meme? It turned out that it was just like a meme area, like a Snopes thing that got debunked or whatever. But y'all remember it was like it was a story that was going around about an Asian man, I think Japanese, who married a woman and she had plastic surgery. So he married this woman after she had plastic surgery, and then divorced her because the children came out unattractive, or not aesthetically appealing or whatever. He had ugly kids, is what I'm trying to say. I was trying to say it politely, but the way that I worded it kind of sounded a little bit weird. So, but yeah, that was the meme. It was definitely not true, but still a funny thing, and actually does kind of make you think a little bit. You know what I mean? Because it's like, what would happen in a situation like that? You get married to a woman who has all this plastic surgery. You didn't know it necessarily. You don't know what she looked like before the plastic surgery. You have kids. You're getting the same genetics. Can't plastic surgery those kids. It's uncanny valley, almost human, because it's literally no longer entirely human. Hydra, yeah, man, facts, bro. Deep. Hydra getting deep, but legitimate facts. That is definitely some shit that you would say as you're passing the blunt around. The reason it's uncanny valley is because it's almost human, but it's not actually human anymore. Not entirely. You feel me, bro? Damn, dog. That's true, though. But it is true, though. There's no way you can try and legally argue that what... Wait, what? There's no way you can try and legally argue what a good or bad looking kid is. Yeah, well, I mean, no, he wasn't trying to legally argue it. The meme was that he divorced her. So he was just like, damn, take these ugly kids and hit the bricks. You might have caught why I was thinking like that. I get you, Hydra. Nah, we're mind melding right now. Even though, of course, I only have the tobacco. Or not tobacco, just nicotine vapor. What would you say to someone who wants to get plastic surgery and you're convincing them not to do it? Basically, I would just clip this conversation and send it to them. I would just say, you are making a tremendous mistake. You're making a tremendous mistake. You're making a mistake that you cannot undo. And I would show them images of people who look very unsettling. That's the word for me. Like, it's not even like, yeah, you look ugly. It's like, well, that's, yeah, subjective, whatever. No, it's you look unsettling. You look in a way that is makes me apprehensive to want to engage with you. You know what I mean? Like, you look startling in a way that is not appealing in any sense. And you have to live with that for the rest of your life. And these people who get plastic surgery end up looking the same. Oh, just convince them to uninstall social media. No. I mean, just know that you have your own attractiveness regardless. Like, I mean, like, what I would say, I mean, like, if you're talking about maybe like a tummy tuck or something like that, if it's an overweight person, I'm like, okay, maybe that's a different type of thing. But either way, you could try to lose weight. I mean, like, you just make self-improvements naturally is what I would say. It's the same kind of advice that we were talking about earlier. Just work on self-betterment, and your self-perception will follow in changing. Your face triggers my fight or flight. Legit, dude. It's so true. It's so true. You ever see somebody like that and you're just like, oh! It's bad. You're doing yourself no favors. That's the other thing too, is that you like I think a lot of those people think they're doing something that's going to make them feel better when all they're doing is serving to other themselves from people even further than they already are. Plastic surgery is a must in Miami? No, it is definitely not. No point in going to the beaches otherwise. Am I right? Am I right? No. Certainly not. In fact, you can tell the naturals down in Miami. You can tell the naturals down in Miami. You can tell. Viva Cuba down in Miami. Have you seen Simon Cowell's before and after pictures? He has one of the worst looking plastic surgery faces. No, I didn't even know that he got it. Simon Cowell plastic surgery. Okay, let's see. Oh my God, how is that even possible? How is that possible? It's like his eyes got closer together. How is that possible that's how he looks? Like, it's like they took this part of his face and just like sucked it inwards. Yeah, that's so bad. It's like all in his eyes. And he looked fine before. Like, what did they do to him? What even kind of plastic surgery is that? That's so weird. Chris Cyborg has that effect on people? I mean, brother, Chris Cyborg is my lady. So, I don't know what you're trying to imply there, but Cyborg, I've seen some pictures. They fucked him up badly. I mean, bro, yeah, I just don't get it. Like, how did they, like, because I'm saying, like, it's like the bridge of his nose, like, right between, like, the T-zone got, like, sucked inwards, and, like, his eyes, like, went inwards. Yeah, they photoshopped him, exactly. That's wild. The booties blend together. It's like a disorienting haze of ass, and I love them all. I mean, yeah, well, to be fair, it's like, you know, a fake booty, like, there's still some value there. But as Coca-Cola would say, ain't nothing like the real thing, baby. Don't talk about Thinker's woman. Hey, I mean, you know, I'm just saying. I've seen some pictures of Cyborg where she does not look half bad. I've said this time and time again. I stand by this. I mean, granted, you have to shellac on the makeup, but I have seen it. A plastic surgeon made a video analyzing his face, and it's an interesting video. I forgot what he said, but the combination of the surgery itself and him aging started to cause his face to look like melted wax. Got you. Oh, yeah, okay. Interesting. That's so wild, dude. I mean, there you go. So, John Dong, you're answering your own question with that. Like, show them Simon Cowell. And just like that, like, I think that there's a distinction that also has to be made here. Is that, like, there are certain plastic surgeries that are more noticeable than others. But anytime you're touching your face specifically, you're asking for problems. Now, all plastic surgery can have problems. You know, there was this is a crazy one, speaking of plastic surgery, that you guys just reminded me of. There was a case in Miami, speaking to Savage's point, there was a case in Miami where there was a lady offering plastic surgery, quote unquote, for asses. Like, she was like offering to, like, you know, plump out women's asses. and she was injecting them with liquid cement. This is real. That's a real thing. Look it up. Liquid cement. She was injecting women in their buttocks with liquid cement that would harden and cause massive infections. This was a huge deal. This lady got fucking, I think she went to jail for it. I'm pretty sure she did. So there's always a risk that you run. There actually is even things even more innocuous than that. I just heard a story Moist Critical was just covering a story of a lady who was doing unlicensed veneers for your teeth and was like fucking people's mouths up like crazy because she was like super gluing them. Sick shit. So either way, go to a reputable plastic surgeon, but even with a reputable plastic surgeon, Simon Cowell is a great example. Simon Cowell, fucking Renee Zellweger, another one. She always kind of had a little bit of a sour, puckery face, but it's way worse now. I think Reese Witherspoon is one that got some plastic surgery too. The list goes on, man. Just don't do it. Not to your face. If you want to get a boob job, you want to get your waistline trimmed up or whatever, like stuff like that, maybe a little bit more acceptable. But I mean, the difference that you get out of it versus what you're risking, I would say that the cost benefit analysis does not add up to me. Agree he was a good looking dude before the surgeries. Yeah, exactly. He was a normal looking dude before the surgeries. Not now. If it's not real, I don't want it. Brother, I know that you are into your Latinas. Trust that you can find exactly what you're looking for. No plastic surgery needed. Scary how much social media and Hollywood makes people so insecure that they feel the need to get plastic surgery. Yeah, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that people don't have higher self-value. All right, fight number 2 is underway here. Blair versus Sanchez. Come back to your plastic surgery comments between fights again. But, Blair off to a good start. Has his hands on him, trying to get this takedown. He was working for it, and he finally got him down. But, all right, Sanchez back to his feet. Grabbed the cage to get back up, it looked like. But Blair all over this guy. Filling ass with cocked unlicensed is more time? Yeah, no shit. Why cement? I never thought of it, but I'd say straight away window cock would be... Oh, they got you. Okay. Probably just because it looked like it probably because it passed the test early. You know what I mean? Like it was real enough for a while to the point where she could get away with it, and then like it wasn't like until maybe like a couple weeks later that it finally became a problem. Blair on the back now here. You say that about Cyborg, then you better bow to Kayla. With a ton of makeup, she's a solid 9.5, maybe an 8. All right, hey, savage, bro. Do you, brother? Yeah, Cyborg, like, she pulls her hair back and she wears it in this, like, up ponytail. I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying. I've seen photographs. All right, the fight has slowed down a little bit as Blair continues to stay on the back. Sanchez shrugs him off finally here. Oh, nice knee to the midsection by Sanchez. Another nice knee. Sanchez with the good knees. Oh, Sanchez with some heavy shots now. Oh! Sanchez has him out. Blair is done. Sanchez gets the knockout. Let's go! I don't know how that wasn't getting Dana fired up. That was a great knockout, dude. That was like, he was swinging some heavy shots. He got Blair off of his back. Blair is still out. He's out. Blair is out with his eyes open right now, people. That's scary. Clean KO is right, dude. The lights are on, but no one's home right now. Oh, he's finally coming back too. Wow. Yeah, dude. He laid some heavy shots on him, bro. He got him off of his back, and then he just put on a combination that was deadly. That was a really devastating combo. Yeah, goes for the knees to start, and then he just starts laying these hands on, and Blair just couldn't do it. He just overwhelmed him with the power of his striking. Bam, 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 bam. That's the one right there that did it. It was a delayed reaction. It was a right hand that dropped him, and like his head kind of did a double over. Yeah, goddamn is right. Holy shit. Woo. That was a heavy knockout, bro. That was really good. Oh man, yeah. Blair is still on the ground. Trying to get this guy up to his feet. Yeah, we're going to do the ring announcement. Yep. You know it's a bad knockout when there's only one person for the ring announcement. Shout out to Justin Bernard with that beautiful baby blue tie right now. Justin Bernard, underrated ring announcer. Samuel Sanchez. Mr. Sanchez to you. Dr. Gary Linkoff is the guy on YouTube who made the videos about Simon Cowell. It's an interesting analysis. All right, cool. Throw it in the Discord, John. You're in the Discord, aren't you? But yeah, put it in the Discord. I will definitely watch that. If you're getting back alley ass injections in Miami, do you deserve a little cement? I mean, perhaps. Maybe there is some truth to that. I don't know. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Kind of weird to be that desperate for that kind of thing. Oh, and 2 on the card. The Sigma in charge. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that, brother. I didn't have a prediction for this one. Again, I really don't do. I just go off of whose face I like better. I did hear Chanel Dyer's story, so I go all dogs, like I say. But yeah, dude, I don't know how you bet on the Contender Series, bro. It is way too unpredictable. That's why the mantra. Always remember the Yama mantra for the Contender Series. Straight bets, small money, all dogs. Was Samuel the favorite in that fight? Yeah, he was the dog. It was even money on him. Bro, you would have cashed. You would have cashed. So far you would have cashed twice using the Yama method. Why the fuck am I not using the Yama method? Motherfucker, I should be putting money on all these dogs. I don't know why I'm not putting these bets down. People, listen to me on this. If you take anything away from these streams now, learn the mantra. Straight bets, small money, all dogs. I'm telling you, I bet a buck or two, and you triple your money sometimes. That would have been a double up fight right there, and the other fight was even more. Throwing my guinea pig against the wall, Sigma. Chill, bro. Please don't harm any animals while you're in the chat, or ever. Let me make that clear. Contender Series, keep it small, $10, $20. I mean, yeah, dude, put like $3 down. I mean, I'm never betting crazy money, but I'm saying. Straight bet, small money, all dogs. Hydra gets it. This is what I'm trying to tell you. I mean, look, I'm not saying it's going to come through every time. But what I'm saying is that you have a better shot not knowing these fighters of the dog winning than you will ever have in the UFC right here on the Contender Series. There is mad dog money to be won here. If there was ever a time that dogs would be barking loud, it is on the Contender Series. You were number 12 global on Contender Series picks? What, on Tapology? Holy shit, dude. Well, not anymore, motherfucker. Sorry, bro. Sorry. I apologize. Perhaps now you're the beta in charge. Ooh. The apex predator has taken your spot. All right, since fights are moving really quickly, I'm going to take a quick break. I thought I got everything out before the stream started, but your boy's got a pee, so sit tight. You know the deal here, people. Quickest breaks, not only in MMA streaming, but all of live streaming. Sit tight. I will be right back before the next fight starts. All right. You know the deal. Call that the Jorge Masvidal because that was super necessary. But I am back. Hands washed, toilet flushed, we good to go. I need to invest in the Home Depot piss bucket because that is unacceptable. Brother, you don't want that. None of us want that. That's a bad idea. That leads to some pretty gnarly outcomes. I don't have good aim. Obviously, Sigma in charge will be in charge. I mean, yeah, the Sigma in charge would be. But if he's not getting the bets right, if he's not getting the picks right. Hey, Sarah Toby checking in. How you doing, Sarah Toby? Good to see you. Saw that you're back to streaming. Congratulations. Got to make some time to go and say hey to you when you're live. Yeah, shout out to Sarah Toby. Good to see you, darling. You say small money. I can't even put the house on a dog, and I blame you. Nah, bro. I mean, the whole reason that you don't put the house on anything is because there is the potential for it to not come through. But at the same time, it could. And you have a better shot of dogs coming through on the Contender series. Totally not enough time to wash your hands. Just, no, bro, hands clean, brother. Swear. These are clean hands, bro. I do quick wash. Now, granted, I'll be honest with you. Not always going crazy with the soap, but got to get the water on it. You know, little quick one. Need to get 3-0. I mean, hopefully, bro. Fingers crossed for you. You're great. It's been awesome. I'm glad to hear it. I'm really glad that you're back. Good for you. Hope all your followers are happy about that. Sarah Toby has the most active Discord when it comes to like new people checking in. She was like off from streaming for a while, and even not being on stream, new people somehow coming into the Discord time over time. I just get the notifications about new people. I'm like, damn, Sarah Toby's Discord is popping. There was an MMA YouTuber, I forgot what his name was, but he left to use the restroom and you could hear all of it, and he definitely didn't wash his hands. Well, certainly was not Yama. Bro, you can't be back there, dude. God, this fucking cat, dude. I swear to God, I don't know what to do about it. I'm going to have to start getting... I need to get a spray bottle, I think is what's going to have to happen, because this dude, he's behind the computer right now. Yo, you got to get out of there, bro. Like, I can't have him behind the computer. It's like he's going to pull something out. Definitely come and hang out sometimes? Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, I certainly will. I certainly will. You're at almost 10,000? 10,000 in the Discord? You have 10,000 Discord members? That's wild. It's so weird. I studied this fight too. Samuel Sanchez is so trash. He had wins against bums. Well, he looked pretty goddamn good there. He looked really goddamn good there. Honestly, that was a clean combo that knocked out that dude, and that dude was out. Blair is gone. Bear pepper spray will teach him to stay away. I know. Bro. Joys of pet ownership. He likes the hot computer. No, he's not that he likes the hot computer exhaust. He wants attention. He's a fucking attention whore. Probably not an issue with one cat, but two huskies always clean the fans and vents of your PC once a year. Yeah, true. That is a good point. I should take this thing over to Vitz King's place at some point. Anytime it's time to clean the case out, I always take it over to Vitz King's. We open it up and do the whole 9 yards. But good call on that, Michael. You're absolutely correct. I need to get this thing cleaned. It's been a while. Everyone Sammy beat had a 1-1 records or 0-1. Well, maybe he's not as trash as you thought. Did he have losses? What was his loss rate? Not in Discord, 10,000 on the streaming side. Oh, yeah. Well, that doesn't surprise me. You're on a pretty popular platform for the type of stuff you do. So, a lot of people from around the world. But that is cool, though. That is cool. Put your cat in the bath? I mean, yeah, I've thought about putting him in the bathroom, but I don't want to lock him in a room. That feels scummy. But I really think I'm going to have to do the spray bottle. Like, I don't want to, but like, it might be the way to do it, because he doesn't understand. Obviously, he's a cat. I get it. I get all of that. But like, at the same time, like, you know, I gotta set boundaries. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't know how to discipline a cat. He is this cat is so much more of a handful than my last cat was too. I mean, he's still young. He's only like a year and a half, maybe 2 years old. But I just really pray that he starts like calming down at some point. I'm just glad to be back. Need to hop on with you guys again. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Come back on sometime. We'll do a Friday. Yeah, we'll do a Friday free-for-all with you. That'd be fun. Chasen has good takedowns and is dominant on top. Well, considering that you're 0-2 right now, I don't know if I can trust you, Sigma. I'm kidding. Go for Sigma's pick. Especially if he's the dog. Freddie Vidal. Oh, these are the undefeated guys. Frederico. Yeah. Freddie and who's he fighting? He's fighting Franco. Felipe. Oh, so neither of these guys are the guy that you were talking about, Sigma. Felipe. Franco by round 1 knockout? All right. Is he the dog? Freddie Vidal is the dog. You're going against the Yama rules here, brother. McMaynard. Where's Didgeridoo Dave? Another Aussie over here. These two are bad as well? Okay, gotcha. I mean, they're both undefeated, though, so... 5 knockouts, 3 submissions, all 8 wins. He's 8-0 with 8 finishes. How are they that bad? And he's a black belt. I mean, Felipe Franco sounds like he's got a pretty good resume, at least. Yo, Sarah Toby, if you're still here, I wanted to ask you, did that thing that we were DMing about ever happen? I remembered that the other day, actually. I forget why. I think I got a notification from your Discord, and I was like, I wonder if she ever did that thing she was talking about. Franco! Oh, we're going for Vidal, though. Franco isn't fat and he's a dog. He's going to win. Bingo! Exactly. All dogs. The way I want to have it on the shirt is I want to have straight bets, small money, and then all dogs in like kind of a different font that's like a cooler, you know, like more extreme looking font. All dogs. And then have the Yama logo somewhere. One person on Franco record has a win. Ay. That's what the Contender Series is for. The Contender Series. Huff really is bad now. It's unfortunate. Oh, all right. Franco's getting his back here. Almost has the takedown, but Vidal trying to get back to his feet. Tripoding. Out at open waters, but getting closer to the cage. Doing the right thing. He lost to an 0-1. Oy. That must have been amateur, though, because both these guys are undefeated. All right, Franco's got the back. What's he going to do with this large man's back? How are these guys light heavyweights? They are huge. They're just short. They're just short, stumpy light heavyweights. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely will do, Sarah. We'll work that out. Yeah, it'd be fun. We'll get you back on. But you got to tell me about the thing we were talking about, though, because I was curious if that ever ended up going down. It was pro. Franco has a lot of warning signs on his fights, possibly fixed on tap. Really? There might be a story there, Sigma. Franco has a lot of warning signs on his fights. Yeah, is that what they do on Tapology? They have like a system where they say like these fights might have been fixed? Ooh, nice elbows from Vidal. Vidal looking to get that Curtis Blades knockout like he did against Jalton. Oh, big slam by Franco. Franco! That's very interesting, though, Sigma. I'm gonna have to do a little bit of research on that. Had to turn down the. Oh, okay, got you. Okay. Yeah, for sure. Interested to hear about that then. Even more interested to hear about it if there was an offer you had to refuse. But yeah, hit me up. We'll talk about it. Yeah, we'll coordinate a time to get you on for sure. Yeah, we'll definitely get you back on. Get you on the Friday show. Those are always fun. I really like the Friday ones. Almost not better than the podcast. I love the podcast. Podcast is that's a lot of fun, of course. But I like the Friday show because it's a little bit looser. We don't have to go over every single fight on a card. Nice reversal from Vidal. Oh, and he's in mount. Yo, Franco trying to buck, but Vidal is in mount. Vidal trying to lay some hands on. Go, brother, go. Oh, this guy could have used some of the training that Halle Berry got in that movie. That reference will make a lot more sense after the review. But pins the arm. Vidal looking good right now. Elbow. Half crucifix going over here, and he's laying elbows on. Vidal, another dog. Dog money all day. Boom, bang, bang, elbows landing. Things got a little sketchy. Knowing the people that you were talking about, I'm not surprised by that, but I'll withhold my thoughts. I'll keep that to myself for right now. Should do it before the Aspinall fight. Yeah, you guys, we can absolutely do that. I know that you're a big fan and you're connected. You're on the inside with the champ. Would you trade your cat for a dachshund or a corgi? Hell no. First of all, I love cats. Second of all, I love my cat. I take the pet ownership seriously. We're bonded for life whether we like it or not. Yo, Vidal is crushing right now. Sigma, why are you talking about my cat when you should be talking about how your boy is getting his face elbowed to oblivion? He's getting smithereen-faced over here right now. Yo, Vidal with 49-9 in the significant strikes. This is ridiculous. Let's go. All right, Vidal. Round 1 is complete. Can he keep that pace up? Yeah, Franco needs to regroup. He's all right. He's not out. But he got reversed and couldn't do shit off of his back with a big old dude laying on his chest. I thought he was supposed to be the wrestler. Good would be a good one to cover. I'll even send Tom the link once it's... Hey, all right, all right. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Let the champ know about Yamas. You know, this is something I was not going to mention, but it reminded me. Mixed Martial Academic just put a video out not too long ago about the MMA Guru. And like in the video, he was talking about like other MMA content creators that are like just coming up in the space or whatever. No mention of Yama anywhere in the video. No mention of Yama in the comments. So if any of you guys in the chat are fans of Mixed Martial Academic, go over to those comments and be like, Yama's next up. And it'll definitely be next up after the champ is aware. Franco wrestles for 3.5 minutes straight, then gets flipped and fucked. Yeah, no shit, Savage. That was true, though. Franco started off with all that great control, and then he just got, flipped over. The tables have turned. Ooh. Franco laid some heavy hands on early, but Vidal clinches up, takes a knee to the big old belly. Thoughts on Ilya versus Justin? Isn't that those rumors were false, I heard. I heard that that's not actually happening. I heard that was all internet memes and rumors. Ilya and Justin. Yeah, I appreciate it, Sarah Toby. Always good to see you. I'm glad that everything's going good for you. I know you went through some tough times recently. So, glad that you've bounced back. Back and better than ever, I like to say. Plus, losing weight I saw too, right? You lost like 30 pounds or something? Sarah Toby's crushing it right now. Oof. All right, Franco trying to go for those overhands, but Vidal... wise to it. He's slow. They're both slow. Oh. Only rumor that's true is Thinker versus Rick. Bet the house on Thinker. This is facts. Oh, yo, Vidal. Some nice uppercuts there. Oh, but Franco lands him on too. Okay. Franco slugging. Vidal answering back. Both of these guys are tired. They're both actually heavyweights. Don't get it twisted. I don't care what that screen says. These guys are both big old heavyweights. They're just short. Couldn't believe Tom got on me about his throat tattoo. Felt like I was in trouble for real. Back and much better. Lost 58 pounds. God damn! 58 pounds down. Saratobi is an inspiration. See? Everybody out there talking about all this body image stuff. Take responsibility into your own hands. Oof, that was a nice body shot for Franco. They are roasting DC on commentary right now. They just said that DC is not good at golf or dieting. Damn. Boom, roasted. First Yammer-related comment on the video is officially up. Hydra, my man! Brother! Appreciate you, bro. I was like half trolling on that, but take an initiative. Hydra's the man. Goated Hydra. What a champ. Appreciate that, bro. Thank you very much for that. We are carving a little bit of a niche for me and Chase in the MMA film review genre. It certainly is a niche genre, but we are pretty much the only ones doing it. So, thinking that might be a nice angle for us, and we've been getting some decent views on the video on the movie reviews. This is like an old school heavyweight fight, by the way. This is like reminds me of how D'Elia fought against Tybura, but there was no knockout, so now they're just tired. If you don't like something, change it. If you have the ability to, exactly. You are miserable and you feel much better. See, Saratobi just said it perfectly. Everybody who was talking all about that body positivity stuff in chat, that's how you do it right there. Make yourself feel better. So, learn from goated Saratobi. Yeah, roasted for real, right? Oh, better not throw that knee. Oh, he was in prime knee position too. Like, it looked like he was like thinking about throwing the knee on the ground. It would have been like, bro, that was the most illegal you could have been. But he didn't do it. This is a much better round for Franco. It was even on the feet, but I think that all of this ground control is probably going to swing the round. So 1-1 now. Man, all right. It's an interesting fight. Two sloppy big guys. Long vids and the only people making them making sweet, passionate love to that algorithm. Hey, I mean, if as long as people want to watch it, bro. I mean, that's really how it goes. Like, I naturally talk for a long time. That's why I like streaming, because I just talk at length. So when I do like the like MMA current event commentary stuff, they always just tend to go long. And the film review stuff just kind of naturally went that same way. So as long as people enjoy it. Be comfortable in your own skin, but you got to be healthy and feel physically and mentally well. Exactly. Absolutely. Yes. 100%. If you are already feeling good about yourself at any weight, then you're good. If there's something that you want to change, be the change. And don't go getting on other people's cases or comparing yourself to other people. It's a bad thing to do. Something that I struggle with, not when it comes to body image, but, you know, success and things like that. I always have to remind myself, like, don't compare yourself to other people. You are Thinker, and just be the best version of Thinker that you can be. So I extend that to all of you guys. All right. And now Franco is urging Vidal on after taking a head kick. He does another one and slips on a banana peel and gets bum rushed. Okay. Franco on the waist now, pushing his shoulder directly into that belly. Vidal looks like a miniature Waldo. You're going to be the best Thinker you can be? I co-sign that. Oof. Heavy elbow for Franco. Glad that it's this Franco and not James Franco. Although it would be pretty funny if James Franco was fighting this big Vidal guy right now. What if Dave Franco was fighting him? What if the Franco brothers were both fighting right now? Went down a weird Franco Brothers rabbit hole real quick. Work, says Mark Smith. Call her Dr. Sanko. God, please. Please give me the opportunity. I don't know what she was talking about there, but Laura Sanko just said, call me Dr. Sanko. And yes, ma'am. Put the lipstick that I like on. These guys are tired as shit, and they are just hugging like crazy. Tom's mindset has actually helped me so much. Just talking to him, I've grown to admire that a lot, and I've adopted some of his mindset. That's cool. What does he tell you? I guess he'll tell me save it for the stream. I just made myself do it, and that's what he always says to do. Bingo. All right, there I guess he answered the question, but that's awesome. Amazing that you're getting it directly from the champ. How about that? James Franco is your biggest celebrity crush? I don't know if you're young enough for him. Yee. Another one with some unfortunate allegations. But apparently he was not aware and disengaged when he found out. So give him I give him credit for that, at least. You know, everybody makes mistakes. It's an honest mistake. Honest mistake. Oh my God, this fight has turned into really a typical heavyweight fight in the UFC, is what this looks like at this point. Two sloppy big guys just hugging each other. Mark Smith clapping at him, saying work. Oh, wow. Okay, Franco with still enough strength to pick up and drop Vidal. Franco's going to win this thing 2-1. Wow. Kind of wild. Definitely not UFC caliber, I would say, on either side. Oh, that was actually really nice wrestling there, though. But then he gets reversed. He did all of that move, all of that transitional work, all of that scramble, and all of those decent wrestling transitions, only to get swept and reversed again. Oh, and Vidal trying to get the Kimura. Or yeah, straight armbar. Okay, no, he's out of it now. But yeah, Vidal, yo, muster as much strength as you have, bro. You can finish this thing. I cannot believe that Vidal was able to reverse that again. Franco's doing all of this fancy wrestling, and he just gets body weight reversed. Hey. Oh, rear naked for Vidal. Bro, 14 seconds, you can do it. Yeah, he got the tap. Let's go, Vidal. Straight bets, small money, all dogs. All dogs go to heaven today, baby. Let's go. 3 in a row. The Yama mantra has come through in a big way today. Are you kidding me? 14 seconds left, 13 seconds. Vidal fighting through all of that cuddling. Frederick Hoxenville, racist card? What is racist about the card? That's crazy though, man. Yo, Vidal, give the man a contract. I don't care. I don't care if he's not UFC caliber. we're feeling friendly today. Very racist. Okay. I'm going to need you to cite your sources. I'm going to need you to explain your work. Explain your answer. But yo, Vidal coming through. Yes, 0-3 Sigma. I'm sorry that is the case. Unfortunately, you are picking all favorites when You really just need to listen to Yama. Listen to your boy. Racist against Sigmas. That's legit. There you go. Good answer, Hydra. In fact, that is probably the best answer, because Sigma is getting trampled on this card. Unnecessarily, I might add. I cannot believe that he pulled that off. Yo, this Franco guy, dude. How do you do all of that fancy shit? How do you do all... I'm telling you, that transition that he got later in the third round before he got reversed was really nice. It was a really good... It was a round the body sweep. He had to kind of maneuver his body on Vidal's back. Like, it was good work. And then Vidal just says, nope. Wait a second. I think I'd like to be in charge. He ran into Aljamain Sterling in a bar when he was getting food. Aljamain Sterling looks at you from across the bar. What are you going to do? Yeah, are they going to show that transition? Here we go. Yeah, there you go. Look, he goes over the shoulder, then he goes around the back, and then, or he got the headlock and was trying to go to the back. It was before he circled to the back, but he had to go up and over and then try to get to the back. And then Franco just said, or no, excuse me, Vidal just said, nope, I'll just take you instead. Get a photo with Aljo? Good answer. That's the upstanding answer. What if Aljo and his girl says that they're feeling your vibe? They like the energy that you're putting out. I'm kidding. Kidding. Oh, shit. The dude took it on a week's notice and did that? Yo, Vidal, give this man a contract. Why not? We're letting fucking anybody get a contract lately. Except for Chapolin. Thank God. Oh, he didn't make weight at heavyweight? Or excuse me, light heavyweight? So he missed weight for light heavyweight. All right, well, whatever. But yeah, I mean, a week's notice. Cut the man a little bit of a break there. Obviously, they still made the fight. Oh, he's a Ray Longo guy. Come on, bro. Sarah Longo it really is one of the best teams on the planet. No lie about that. I don't think that this necessarily is the best representation of it in Vidal, but still. I meant to earlier, but I shared the stream in my Discord. Sarah Toby, thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate it. I appreciate the support always, Sarah Toby. That's very kind of you to do. You don't have to do that, but I do appreciate it very much. That's awesome of you. When the Smashing Machine review comes out, that would be a good one to share. I'll let you know when that comes out. If you want to share it, of course. That's up to you. But I really do appreciate it. Thank you for doing that. Hey, Massapequa. Yeah. He's from New York. Yes, indeed he is. I enjoy you all a lot. Oh, blessings. Thank you, Sarah. Appreciate it. And I will definitely be around at some point to check in on your stream. Bring the MMA talk to it. Break up the other talk that goes on in there. Matt Sarah talked about the Smashing Machine video. What? Matt Sarah talked about the Smashing Machine video that we made? No, we didn't. You haven't seen the movie. Oh, you're talking about the documentary. Matt Sarah was talking about the documentary. Yeah. You can find it. Apparently, there are some documentary websites that have it. You just have to kind of search for it a little bit. But yeah, it's a little hard to find. Unfortunately, You'd think that they would make it a lot more accessible because of the feature film that's coming out. I don't know why they don't have it on Amazon or Netflix or one of those kinds of things, but it is a little difficult to find. But I highly, highly, highly recommend that you watch the documentary. From what I have seen, and I've only seen a little bit because I have been intentionally staying away from it, but from what I have seen, it looks like they're going to be doing like almost a one-to-one recreation of the documentary for the film, but that remains to be seen, and of course I will give my unbiased, unaffected opinions of it after it comes out. I cannot wait. I have not been this excited to watch a movie in like a long time, and I know that that's maybe a little bit strange or whatever, but like I'm really looking forward to this film. You know, I have such a great affection for the Smashing Machine documentary and the story of Mark Kerr and Mark Coleman. So it's just, I cannot wait to watch this movie. I really hope they do a good job. From what I've been hearing, it's been getting very good reviews. Apparently The Rock is really, really good in it. So we'll see. Also, I don't know if you guys have seen, but have you guys seen any of the new images of The Rock lately? Apparently he got off the cycle in a big way, and he is like a skeleton now compared to what he used to be. He's got to have lost like 60 or 70 pounds of muscle. This dude has the he went through the Gordon Ryan body transformation. There's a full version of it on YouTube now, posted 3 days ago. There you go. Yeah, watch it before it's gone. Absolutely do that. Yeah, for real. Definitely do that. It used to be on YouTube. It was on YouTube a while back, and then it got taken down. Because I remember a while ago, this is way before we even were going to do the review. I had wanted to watch it. It was right when I heard that the movie was in production. Like, it's going back maybe like a year or two ago or whatever. But I had heard that they were planning on making the Smashing Machine feature film, and I was like, you know what? I have not seen the Smashing Machine in many, many years, and I would love to watch it again. And it was on YouTube, and I kept the link, but never ended up actually watching it. You know, and then it got taken down. He looks totally different. It's scary. He claims he was always natty, though. Yeah, okay. Okay, buddy. Always natty? I don't know why guys like that are not just honest. He's not an athlete. Just be honest. You're on the gear, bro. Like, I mean, like, do you really mean to tell me that what he was eating like 70 pounds of lean chicken every day? You know, chicken and broccoli every day? Come on. Natty? I press X to doubt. He was raised on a farm. Yeah. Yeah. Do you think Trump will successfully remove the term limits and win again in 2028 for a third term? No fucking way. No way. There's no way that... I mean, the fact that he is still the president currently is kind of crazy to me. And I don't think that his base is going to be able to... overcome the tremendous blow that the Epstein situation has been to his reputation. He really did think that he could just pull the same shit that he has done for the entirety of his time as president, or as a politician, rather. He really thought he could pull that same lying bullshit on the Epstein thing, and it would just go away, and everybody would just be like, oh, yeah, I guess it wasn't really that big a deal. Amazing. But yeah, no. Congress will not allow term limits to be removed, and he absolutely will not be having a third term. I don't even know if he's going to make it through the second term. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Appreciate the play on words as well, John. He's already talked about trying to remove term limits. He talks about a lot of shit, dude. He does nothing but talk. The guy doesn't actually run the country. He just talks shit. You stole it from someone? All right, well, shout out to that guy then. Always make sure that you're citing your references. He said he was an FBI informant, and that's why he went so often. Yes, exactly. Shout out to Upper Echelon, by the way. really, really quality YouTube channel that I enjoy very much, who has done tremendous work covering the whole Epstein situation. Him and, of course, CoffeeZilla as well. But Upper Echelon is a great channel, not only for that, but for a lot of very interesting subjects. And yeah, he just did another video about it that was just such, like, why it is so absolutely asinine that, like, could anybody, if there are people who still ride with that guy, like, I really don't know what to tell you. You are legitimately saying that you are okay with an Adobe Acrobat in the White House. Like, that's insane to me. Yeah, exactly. It was my first time hearing it too, so we're on the same page. Who do you think will win in 2028? I don't know who's running yet. I mean, who are the candidates? They haven't said yet. Sad that we're already thinking ahead that far. It's only 2025. Andy Bashir mentioned he's running for 2028. I love him as my governor. He'd get my vote. Okay, well then there you go. Early front runner for me. Who's the libertarian candidate? That's who I'm voting for. All right. Teague versus Douglas. Teague is a massive underdog here. Nice low kick for Douglas to start this thing off. Connor's going to win. Based. He was just on the phone with Elon Musk. Of course he's going to win. Oof. Yo. Douglas with these heavy leg kicks. And Teague was not checking anything just yet. He needs to start checking some of those kicks. Ooh. Ooh. Douglas with a crazy knockout shot, and the referee gets in the way. Fucking get out of there, Kevin McDonald. Wow. Wow. Douglas. Yo. Well, Hydra, you had asked about those heavy favorites. Bro. Douglas just laid him the fuck out. Wow. Cam's legs are so skinny, I bet that shit hurt. Not as bad as the knockout that he just took. Brother. Douglas. Remember Doug? Cartoon? Doug Funny. I don't know, it just reminded me of that. His neighbor used to call him Douglas. Anyway. Yo. He disrespected this dude, bro. Oh my God. The shot that dropped him. And then the referee. That was the crazy thing too. The referee's scrambling to try to get to the other side and knocks into the fighter. That's always bad. And then he is just out. The follow-up shots, bro. Yeah, shout out to Douglas for hunting him down. Chiesa going crazy. Maybe not all dogs go to heaven. Look, it's not going to be 100% accurate, but what is? The exceptions prove the rule. I don't know if that applies. I just thought it was the right thing to say. That was pretty as fuck. Yeah, no shit. That was beautiful. Douglas making it happen. I want to see that full replay. Of course he fucking trains with Cub Swanson. Of course he trains with the GOAT. Don't get it twisted. One of my favorite fighters of all time right there. Of course he's a Cub Swanson student. What is his first name? Lehia? It looks like Lorion. Oh, double R. Okay, Leheon. Leheon Douglas. Yo. Leheon Douglas. Leheon. Bro, please show me that replay one more time. Hell yeah. Love to see it. Loves to see Cub Swanson out there training the next generation after I got to see Cub Swanson in his swan song fight knock out Billy Quarantillo live and in person. One of the greatest MMA moments of my life. I cannot tell you what it felt like in the moment when that knockout happened. It was otherworldly. Oof. Boom. Yes. Replay. Thank you. Follows up with some shots on the ground. Referee gets in the way. And then he just swipes him on the cage. Good job of staying with it, knowing that he had the knockout incoming. Gets him on the ground. He's trying to get back to his feet. Chin way unprotected. And he just loads up the swipe. And it went through Teague's face. Bang, bang, bang. LaRyan Douglas doesn't make me think Brazilian. Yeah, well, true. That's why. It's actually Laheon. Double R. But yeah, that mistake must happen very often. Yeah, that's a mistake that probably happens a lot in Southern California for him. LaRyan? Who the fuck is LaRyan? What? Laheyan? That's how you pronounce it? There ain't no H in it. Why you spell your name like that? Why does he have Oliveira tattooed on his chest if his last name is Douglas? Maybe he's just a big Charlie Olives fan. Could you imagine that if this dude was that big of a Charles Oliveira fan that he got his name tattooed on his chest? That would be somewhat sus. Yeah. Well, you would know better than anybody, Saratobi, so I believe you when you say it. I was interacting with some people from outside of Nashville recently who were very country folk, very nice, very religious. It's the end of that story. I didn't really have anywhere I was going with that. It just reminded me. He loves Stu Bronx. Yeah, no shit. He's just a really, really big fan. I didn't put two and two together at first, but then I saw his chest and I'm like, wait a second. Oliveira Douglas. He might be one of those guys that like shortens the name though, because there are some of those Brazilian fighters that like, it's like Laheon Douglas Da Silva Oliveira, and they just like shorten it so that it's not like, I don't know, easier to remember, easier to say. I can't lie, I've got a heavy Southern accent. My voice doesn't match my look. Your accent, you definitely have a country accent, but it's not as country as I have heard. I've heard more twang than what you've got. But it's, yours comes out in like specific instances, like where it's like more pronounced at certain like syllables and certain times. You can definitely hear it, but like it's not like stereotype. Like it's not like stereotypical like deep drawl kind of deal. Should see when I'm drunk. Okay, maybe that's a different story. Get a little bit of the firewater in you. Turns into a country song. Bro, you'd look sick with those face tats. When are you gonna get a Star of David on your forehead? Yeah, right in the middle. Star of David. Good Lord. Yeah, I'm good on all of that. I'm good on that. That's Sarah Toby's forte. She's the tattoo expert out of the two of us. I have a couple of tattoos that I would get. Gotta have the money for them and the desire, but I want to get a VHS tape right here on my wrist. I want to get a V for Vendetta tattoo that goes up my arm on this side. And I want to get the Leviathan whale on my arm. And that's good enough for now. Let's match with the face tattoos. What's your star sign? Get the constellation on your face and we'll match. There you go. True that. Yeah. I am I am an Aries, so I'll get the ram. Boom, bunch of stars over here. Nah, I mean, if I'm going face tattoo, I gotta go Cody Garbrandt, right? I gotta get the sword. Speaking of tats, Aspinall's new neck tats are on the same tier level as Garbrandt's sword face tat. In other words, Brad. Well, he had some choice words for Saratobi about it. I have not like actually seen what his neck tattoo looks like. I just knew that he got him. Let me see. Tom Aspinall neck tattoo. Let's see here. What does it look like? Come visit Kentucky and I'll get Kaz to tattoo. Oh, cool. Hey, right on. I can appreciate that. I like it. You got to show me some of his work sometime, Sarah. You got to post a link or something. I know he's heavily tattooed. He must be pretty good at it. I don't think his neck tattoo's that bad. How much of it is new though? How much of it is new? Like, did he get the Roman numerals at the same time, or did he get the? Did he only got the part that's actually on his neck? Because it's like a vortex, like almost reminds me a little bit of the Crack the Sky cover, which that's good by me. Yeah, no, I don't dislike his Tom's neck tattoo. I mean, he's got some other ones that are like not as good, so that one's pretty okay. I'm all right with that one. Your entire neck and throat is his work, and so is my entire back tattoo. Okay. I'll have to look. I'll have to double check. I'll have to go and take a look at Saratobi's. Oh, there you go. I don't know how you've tricked the algorithm, Saratobi, but you always show up like next to first when my stories come up. All right, let me see here. Oh yeah. Okay. Cool. We can absolutely do the VHS tape. The VHS tape is very simple. I just want like a very like small, not like super like hyper realistic or anything, but just like almost like the emoji, like better than that, but like that type of thing. Just like a small VHS tape, and then it has the VHS lettering on it. You have bad taste, bros. Neck tattoos are bad and look ridiculous on him. All right, Rick Allen, arbiter of tattoos. How many tattoos do you have, Rick? Show your tattoos. I want to see what yours look like. Yeah, right on. Yeah, I don't know. You just have like some stranglehold on the algorithm. I could probably guess why. If I thought hard enough, maybe I would know. Tom's tattoos fit his neck really well. I personally think it looks nice. Yeah, I don't dislike it. Not that one. I mean, like I said, I know that he's got some other ones that are like a little questionable. That's a little wild. This guy's got a paper airplane on his face, though. This dude legitimately has a paper airplane on his face, and I guess somebody's name. This guy's got the jelly roll going on. Yeah, he's got a name over this eyebrow over here. He's got a paper airplane down here. Yeah, you got to have a special level of commitment to tattoos to go for the face tattoo. This guy's got a neck tattoo. What's his neck tattoo look like? So many tattoos going on in this fight. I always wanted to get my balls tattooed like a Pokeball and my dick like Gyarados coming out of the ball, but my artist said it'd have to be a Caterpie and to be realistic. Hey, Savage, that's really funny. I wonder how many paper airplanes he's made. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I guess it represents something, but that's a That's a statement to have a paper airplane tattooed on your face. This dude who is bouncing his way into the cage right now has some floppy titties. Good Lord. This dude looks like he used to be obese and never got the surgery to get the excess skin removed. That might actually be the case. Either that or he just has really bad natural gyno. My brother's keeper. Oh, he's got a big owl on his neck. He's got an owl on his neck and he's got a lion on his chest there. Way higher than his very floppy droopers. They said he was five. Oh, okay. I didn't hear that. Okay, yeah. So there you go. Yeah, he was 500 pounds. You can definitely tell that. Yeah, when you let yourself get to that size. Oh my, this guy's got all kinds of tattoos on his head. What is it? What are those on the other side? He's got the fucking meme on his head. He's got the OK sign on his head. And a huge teardrop. Good Lord. This guy is making a lot of statements on his face. It makes you feel better about your bitch tattoos. I mean, like I said, dude, this guy is making a whole lot of statements with his choice of ink on the face there. We're all friends here. Absolutely we are, of course. Rick Allen questionable, but, you know. I thought it was a good joke. That made me laugh. He has Spider-Man ripping out of the skin on one side, I think, and he's got the Incredible Hulk on the other side. Yo, this guy is wild with these tattoos. Shit. He's got he's got the Transformers on his chest. He's got Autobots and Decepticons. Oh, your bitch tits got you. Well, let's see how it goes. These guys are swinging. Ooh, uh-oh. Well, man with the tattoos face is done. And just like that, the walkout quicker than the fight itself. Two big heavyweights and big floppers over here is advancing. Wow, he is very high, very hyped, very happy. That was quick. Wow. Jeez. All right, well, prepare to see those big floppers in the UFC very soon. Maybe he'll be able to afford the skin removal surgery. I would like that for him. Did you just he said fat boy's home? I mean, the other guy was kind of fatter. It was just a short shot, too, that did it. Yeah, that's what happens at heavyweight. Wow. All right. Well, goodbye, Gracio. Hello, Asplin. All right. So who's getting contracts today? I would say give them to both ladies. Give them to all of the knockouts. And give it to Vidal for the... I think everybody gets a contract today. Fat Boy's on his shit. Yo, chill out, dude. There's no need to yell at the guy. Why are you being an asshole? Shaking the titties. He did a titty jiggle. They call him Concrete because he laid concrete. Gotcha. I don't know why he was such a prick to his opponent. That was unnecessary. Beautiful and not just his boobs. Yeah, exactly. I mean, those aren't even really nice titties, though, you know? Like, if you saw that on a lady, you'd be rather disturbed, I think. There. Maybe that's where some plastic surgery is warranted. Yeah, I want to see the angle of the shot from the other side. Ooh, bang. And, yep, lays a heavy one. Goes over, and it's just like a check hook. Yeah, that's all it was. It was literally just a check hook. How'd you feel about Tommy McMillan's escape from that guillotine last week? Insane. Yeah, no, Tommy McMillan is a tough motherfucker. I mean, like, for a very almost cringy Zoomer kind of dude, he proved himself in the cage. So yeah, no, he gets all the respect for that one. He can hang out with as many ladies of the night as he would like. All titties need love. Yo, Savage. You know what? Thank you very much for bringing me back down to earth. Because that is true. That is absolutely true. And I need to be more cognizant of that. That dude pulled some Exorcist shit. Yeah, no shit. I mean, that was a crazy guillotine. And I don't know how he escaped that. The fact that it was in the first round, too, is wild. Like, they were not sweaty. Like, he was just somehow able to work his way through and stay the course. It was very impressive. Very impressive. He's arrogant as fuck. He really does not like this guy. What the fuck is this dude's problem? Oh, I guess he was talking shit. Okay. He's a fat boy that likes to scrap. Give this man a contract. Did you just say he's sucking on toes? Wow. This guy has a personality. I kind of like this guy now. Where is this guy from? Because he reminds me of a Floridian. I messaged Tim and told him congrats and that Tommy looked great in the third round. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and most definitely. Good on you. Because, yeah, that was really impressive. I like, again, all the fucking cringy shit aside, I mean, it's what we talked about it on the podcast last night. We're saying, you know, the only thing that matters to me is what he does in the cage, and he really looked good. He had to fight through some really heavy adversities. Shout out to him. Tough guy. This dude, he really, really will not let go of being the fat boy over here. Like, he is committed to that. He is committed to titty jiggling, calling himself a fat boy, and telling his opponent to fuck off, and telling Dana that he'll suck on his toes. That all just happened in the course of this speech that he's giving right now. I don't mind the cringy fuckboy personality as long as they can back it up. Yeah, absolutely. Totally. Yeah, I mean, it's what I had said on the podcast as well, is that you're only as good as your fights in this game. So everything outside of the cage is all fluff and secondary, and it's all fun when you're winning and can be a part of your story. As soon as you start losing, that narrative changes. His boy Sean O'Malley is a good example of that. You know, had the hair, he's got the tattoos, he's got the whole look, the vibe, the cuck thing, whatever, with the girlfriend. All of that stuff does not matter after you are knocked out. Or, you know, not knocked out in his case, but you know what I'm saying. Like after you are checked heavily by the bantamweight GOAT in his case. You know what I'm saying? It all, the stock just shifts dramatically. And all of that other stuff matters a whole lot less because people lose interest. You're not winning anymore. And it's a rough sport for that. It's a rough sport for that exact reason. One day you're on top, one day you're not. There's only a select few that can be the true GOATs of this thing. Like TJF, who is one of the true GOATs of the chat. Did you miss anything good? Yeah, this was a really good contender series, man. This was a fun one. He makes me happy. I like this guy too, actually. You know, Chase said it on the podcast last night as well. You know, it's not only your audition in the cage. It's not only your audition in the fight, but it's your audition on the mic as well. And that guy's got a good personality. I definitely think he's a character. I'm with it. I hope he gets his contract. Like I said, I think everybody should get a contract today, even Vidal. Let's just relive that tough loss. I'm sorry, Sarah. I know you're a fan. Oh, Chasen Blair. That's who Sigma was talking about. Yeah, well, Chasen Blair got chastened out of the cage after getting knocked the hell out. Is it over? Yeah, it just ended. We're at contract time now, TJF. But you can watch the VOD, and you can watch the VOD of the show, and you can watch the VOD of the stream. He'll get over it eventually. I hope so. Send him another fruit basket. Yeah, Douglas, dude. Douglas was knockout of the night, though. 2 of them. There were 2 heavy knockouts. But, bro, boom. Yeah, dude, this was really, really sharp work on Douglas, man. Like, Cam Teague needs to not come back again. Like, Cam Teague needs to know that he needs to not be doing this fighting thing. He needs to go and get a respectable job in a suit and tie. W Yamato, WTJF. Always, brother. Always, my man. I got to balance. All of you take care. I'll message you. Yeah, hey, Sarah, appreciate you hanging out. Good to see you in the chat for a little while. And have a great rest of your night. And like I said, I'm going to try to keep an eye out for one of your streams. I'll stop by and say what's up. Show you some support on there. Not that you need it with your 10,000 followers, but either way, appreciate you always. How much of a chance are you giving Sandhagen to beat Merab? That, I think, is, of the fights that have been announced recently, that I think is the closest fight. I am not giving him a great chance to beat Merab because I think that Merab is going to be wise to the majority of what Sandhagen brings to the table. But definitely a bigger chance than anybody else. Stand by. We're going to hear about the contracts here. You're Brazilian, but fight like a Mexican. That's a compliment, I suppose. This girl looks... Okay, finally she's smiling. She looked nervous as fuck. Like, I don't know. I mean, she won the fight. I mean, I don't know why. I guess because she didn't finish. She gets her contract. All right. Yeah, there you go. Chanel's getting a contract too. Let's go. All right. Dana giving it to both ladies. I said that both ladies should get a contract. All right. Accurate predictions from Thinker here. Yeah, this Samuel Silva over here as well. Another dude who had a crazy knockout. He put that dude out. I'll tell you about it, John Dong. I'll come back to that. Give me just a second. I want to hear about the contracts. Because I do have an answer for what you're talking about with Sandhagen. All right, Silva gets a that's Sanchez. Excuse me, Samuel Sanchez. He gets a contract. Oh, okay. They're gonna bring Vidal back for the last episode of the Contender series to give him another shot on with more notice. I like that. I think that's a fine way to handle that. Yeah, no, I am 100% okay with that. I get on Dana's case about a lot of stuff. I always think he handles the contracts very well, and I agree with that completely. So I'm good with that too. Oh God, yeah. Lahea Douglas getting his contract easiest decision of the night. And then what about Fat Boy? Let's go. All right, Fat Boy gets the contract. Titties jiggling in the UFC, people. Yeah, both ladies, all the guys who I thought should get a contract, and then Vidal coming back to get another shot at it later in the season on a more of a full camp. I love it. I think that is a perfect way to handle it. This has been another excellent episode of the Contender series. Bravo to all of these guys and ladies. John, as far as Sandhagen goes, you say Sandhagen has good grappling, but Merab has grappling with top BJJ guys, and he does good. I don't know why people hate on Sandhagen so much. The answer to why I don't hate on Sandhagen, in fact, he is one of my favorite bantamweights. The reason that I fade him in the fight, however, is because of the Umar fight. I think that Umar was a good representation of what you might anticipate out of the Merab fight looking like for Sandhagen. And what Sandhagen did in that fight was that he negated all of the wrestling. He did great with the wrestling. He was able to get out of a lot of bad situations. He scrambled well. All of the wrestling was going fine. He just did not put out his own offense. And I think that when he gets in situations where it has to be the brain going into all go on the wrestling, he doesn't remember that he needs to be throwing punches and kicks too. That's what I saw in the Umar fight. Granted, he has done better in the fight since then. So all I'm saying is that Sandhagen let me down in the biggest fight of his life there. MMA math is on my side on that one as well. And Merab is the bantamweight GOAT. So all of those things equal up to me fading Sandhagen in the fight. Still a fan, though. Like I said, I'd say that he is one of my favorite bantamweights. The only tits I'd want to see in the octagon besides Thinkers, glad he got the contract. You don't want to see my titties, brother. Trust me. God, mine are too big right now, too. I got to get this fucking fat body of mine into the gym. Urgh. Need to drag myself. Too busy doing stuff. God, man. Thought I'd have more time going solo. I have so much less. Titties still jiggling. This guy is still jiggling his titties even after getting the contract. Good deal. The fat boy that never gave up on himself is now in the UFC. How about that? Feel good story of the night. Congratulations to that rotund gentleman. Hanging out, watching a little bit of these interviews. I usually skip these, though. So I guess we can call it for tonight. Yeah. I'm good there. I don't know if maybe Fat Boy was going to say something else funny. Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. Let's stay around. We'll stick around for the interviews. Why not? Make it a little bit extra tonight. I felt like streaming longer today for some reason. I don't know why. I wanted to come on early. I'll stay a little bit late. Your boy's putting in those extra hours, getting those extra reps in. Yeah. 4-0. Carol 4-0. All right, Samuel Sanchez doing a little dance. Yeah, that knockout was crazy, dude. That was a really, really good one. Mucho bene, mucho feliz. I see a lot of people calling Sandhagen Nerdhagen, I guess because he focuses on being too technical. Yeah, and I mean, because people are dumb. Are they saying it in reference to the fighting nerds, or they're just calling him a nerd? Either way, it's like, look, there is definitely value in being technical, but and I don't even think that there is anything. To me, there's no such thing as too technical if it's paired with the other elements. Like, you can be super technical. You know who's exactly what I'm talking about? Ilya Topuria is exactly that. He is super technical and powerful. So it's like you know, and he's gritty. I mean, he's got the dog in him too. So I mean, it's like you have to have all of those things. And I can see maybe if they're saying that Sandhagen doesn't have some of those other elements, but I mean, we've seen him get dramatically awesome wins. I mean, we've seen him get really, really good, you know, good finishes. We've seen him get fine decision wins. I mean, like Sandhagen is a guy who can win fights. I just don't think he can do it against the GOAT. He's still fun to watch, like when he threw that flying knee on Dillashaw and turned it into a reverse triangle. Yes, yeah, absolutely. That or the jump knee knockout on Frankie Edgar. I mean, he like Corey Sandhagen is a beast. But you know, again, it's like when you look at the sport in echelons. So he is in the elite echelon, but within that echelon there are subdivisions, and you've got to be able to be champion, and that's just something that is not attainable even for elite fighters always. You know what I'm saying? Rob Whittaker, aside from when he was champ before, whatever, count that, I guess. But you know what I'm saying? Like lately, Rob Whittaker in the current era. You know, there's a couple of guys that are in that category. Amazing fighters that never won it. Dustin Poirier. Good example of that. LaHayon Douglas is chasing the American dream. I salute you, sir. Welcome to this fine nation. Put the featherweight division on notice is right. God, I love the Contender series. All right. Fat Boy is back. This is what we've been waiting for. Yeah, this dude definitely reminds me of, like, people that I've known throughout my life here in Florida. Somebody pinch my big ass, he just said. Concrete Senior. He's Concrete Junior, this guy. He's titties. He's concrete. He's Fat Boy. He's got a lot of names. Yeah, good for. I like this guy, man. Yeah, dude. You're inspiring me right now, brother. Thank you for your service in the octagon. Welcome to the UFC indeed. Steven Asplund. All right. That'll do it, ladies and gentlemen. Just wanted to hear Steven Asplund again because I quite enjoyed what he had to say before. Seems like a good dude. Like I said, he's the kind of guy that, you know, seems pretty chill, but don't fuck with him. Has his lovely wife there with him. Shout out to him. All right. That will do it for tonight. So just to wrap it up, as I mentioned earlier, we are going to be reviewing Bruised, the 2021 film. I found out it said 2020 on Google, but it actually came out in 2021. So we're going to be reviewing the film Bruised. So if you want to catch up and be aware of what we are talking about in the review, go on to Netflix, watch the movie Bruised, starring Halle Berry. It is about MMA, sorta. So you'll know what we're talking about, and trust me, it'll be worth it, at least for the review. So catch up on Bruised. We'll be doing that sometime later in the week, so probably either tomorrow or Thursday, I would think. And I'm not committing to this just yet, but I'm possibly going to be on for the BKFC card on Friday. Possibly. I'm trying to mix more BKFC into the streams because I enjoy it, and it seems like other people want to watch it as well. So, if that ends up happening, I hope to see you on Friday. We will figure all of that out. Don't know if there's going to be any other content out this week, but you'll be getting the review, so that'll be out in the live stream, and then it'll be a VOD on the channel thereafter as well. So thank you very much for hanging out for the Contender series. This has been another great one. Appreciate all of you guys. Like we've said before, we are trying to get this channel to 1,000 subscribers. So get other people that you know interested. Create another account and subscribe. I don't care how you do it, but I appreciate all you guys who are already subscribed. I will catch up with you soon. Have a great rest of your night, great rest of your week, and as always, fight on.